Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 25 of Marvel's Midnight Suns. And not only is it numerically significant, a quarter of the way to 100 episodes, which we're not going to hit, I don't think, it's also the first episode after the big Morbius DLC dropped. I think I mentioned in possibly the last episode, maybe the one just before it, that there really hadn't been any mention. The two previous DLCs had gotten like, hey, coming next week, and a big rollout for both Deadpool and Venom. The Morbius DLC, by comparison, was just sort of released and alongside another patch, which says that it's going to improve performance and stability. One of the specific things that it says that it fixes is that Venom tongue bug, where it's just sort of sticking out of the front of his face like a unicorn. So that's good. This will be our first experience with it. So let's jump in. Now, last time I had gone... Oh, actually, I think that our last autosave probably is correct. I think this was just before I went to sleep. We'll just load this one for good measure. It looks like a difference of about 10 seconds one way or the other, but I just want to make sure that it doesn't automatically advance to the next day, because among other things, place your bets now, is the mirror fixed? I can't wait. My money's on no, but won't it be amazing if here, a mere 25 episodes in, Hunter's legs aren't showing through her, like, pants. And it may do some stuff here like recompile the shaders. One of the things that's mentioned in the patch notes is level of detail improvements all over the world. You know, the game already looks really good, so... okay, so the moment of truth. Let's go check out the mirror. Oh my god! Oh my god! I mean, it's still, like, weirdly frosted for a mirror, but... Look! She's just wearing pants. Oh my god! I honestly didn't think they were going to fix it. I am disproportionately excited about this. Does anyone know why it's so murky? If you go back to, like, episode 1, it simply wasn't like that. I don't know why. Anyway. I did want to change back to her other, like, casual outfit. I really like... There's a couple casual outfits that she has that are my preferences, and this was not bad. It's just very... I don't know. Very bikery. This is one of them. Yeah, I really like this one. And let me just see if we notice any difference with any of her other outfits. I do feel like the textures are loading a little bit faster than they were recently. Last few episodes, it felt like when you switched into a new outfit, this one was a good example where anytime it showed her up in her combat outfit, it was a little blurry for a good probably 5 seconds or so, which doesn't sound that long, but kind of is. Oh wait, what is the unlock requirement for this? Reduce all Hunter collar thresholds by 1. Oh no, that's what we get. Complete the story is how we get her super outfit. Okay. Well, that's it. We're gonna go to bed now. If I remember correctly, there's a little cutscene here that I wanted to, like, kick off Act 3. I'm gonna look online after this to see if there's, like, an explanation for what... back when we started, the mirror glass was fully reflective, like a full-on ray trace reflection. It looked great. It didn't look too clean, like it was unreal, but it always had that bug with the pants. And now that that's fixed, I'm like, if only we could actually see a reflection in it. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we didn't read this last time. Ghost Rider was saying, I'm going to hold a memorial for Johnny Blaze tonight. I know he wasn't everybody's favorite, but I think he deserves a send-off. Wolverine's in. Where are we holding this? Ghost Rider says, we know the cave, you know the cave behind the Abbey, where I keep the Hell Ride, in there. Nico's in, Blade's in, Magic's in. Spider-Man's offering to bring some dip. Robbie says, just bring yourself. And Magic says, so he's... Okay, that was pretty good. Magic says, so he is bringing a dip. Magic's sense of humor really speaks to me. I would want to be friends with Magic in real life, and also wouldn't be. Or rather, she wouldn't be my friend, but that's cool. Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, says, I have a personal favor to ask the Midnight Suns. Give Tony some space. He knows he messed up, he's freaking out about it, and the best thing to do is to let him work it out of his system. I don't want to state this, but Tony had an idea. Nobody else had an idea. Not my character, nobody else said, no, Tony, we've got a better idea. We shouldn't do this. Like, there was some trepidation, but this armchair quarterbacking after the fact, Tony can feel responsible, but it's not like he went off and did his own thing over the objections of the team. He had my character's full support, and honestly, yeah, Banner's always been out there, but that specific sequence of events, I don't know. I'm not sure how he could be held responsible for that. Whoops. And that's it. Okay. Yeah, it's like... Everybody can see what it's like. It really is like bathroom glass, except they put it into a mirror. Talk to Nico and new gamma research. Well, let's take a look. Oh, I want to see there's a few things I want to see. We already have that. I'm pretty sure we already have that. We know that Nico likes it. Let's get it just in case. And then the grossest candy. Still, absolutely no idea who that goes to. Like, I don't even know who it might go to. Even if somebody had no taste buds, why would they want the grossest candy?
Feeling good today, girl.
So I wanted to see the grass over here specifically. Yeah, no, it still looks a little stippled. And I think that that's probably the DLSS. I think it's the very slender stalks. It doesn't bother me. It's one of those things that I've noticed and I thought might have gotten sharpened up in the update. The fact that it hasn't bothers me not at all. Okay, friendship XP. Well, I am not particularly great friends with Doctor Strange just yet. We are very close to ranking up with Nico. And we are surprisingly high with Tony. But no, let's keep on our strategy of trying to work up the lowest level people.
Supreme can't rest on his laurels.
Okay, I don't think there's going to be any abilities that I want to upgrade today, right now. What's double up? Generate a copy, right.
We've got plenty of tricks for old dogs. No excuses here.
Well, we're not really using that one yet. I wouldn't hate putting it in place of blood for blood. And we would have to get rid of, hold on, we would actually have to get rid of a skill card. And we need another one of these. Yeah, let me think about that. And then Logan has an upgrade for Eviscerate, which I actually am using right now. If any target is KO'd, gain 1 counter. Well, you know how much I love counter. Oh, but I don't have enough heroic essence anyway. Okay, so I guess we've done that for the day. Let's talk with Nico. Let's open up all of our stuff before we go do the threat room mission. And yeah, in a perfect world, I would have liked to have done that between episodes, but I didn't know if we were going to get some story coming out of the nighttime.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Perform a hero combo with Tony Stark in combat within the next 4 days. I'm going to obviously accept this. I just hope that I remember to do it. Hello to Hickey. Hickey, I hope you've had a nice Thursday. 1 day closer to the weekend. That's how I think about it. Bova always said we must heal the mind first and the body will follow. Perhaps I should visit her when this is all over. Signed, Wanda.
What have you got for me, boss?
So Hickey, getting into it,
Sometimes I even impress myself.
Okay, so interestingly, the card turnover animation appears to have been removed. I wonder if that's a small bug. Patience. While in hand, reduce this card's cost by 1 each turn, but then we only get to use it once. It's a heroic. It does 388 points of damage. I'm not sure that that's meaningfully different or better than other already less expensive cards. Then again, hold on, we do own one. What's the upgrade to this? A pretty significant damage upgrade. It's a 100-point damage upgrade, which is like a 25% upgrade. We're probably going to grab that. Now, I own 3 reinforcement cards. So...
How long did you say you were exposed to this thing? It's probably fine.
I might grab this just because it's already upgraded. Or sorry, it's modded. It's got that mod on it. And then Judgment. Show me this. Also damage all nearby enemies. Yeah, I'm 90% sure that we already have an upgraded version of that. I'm pretty sure that we do. And clearly we have Blast. Yeah, let's take Patience for sure. I'm going to take Eviscerate just because it's already got that mod. At a minimum, we can remove the mod, get some essence, and then burn the card and get some essence. Jabbit said, I thought today was going to be a new day, new game. Usually, I like to alternate the games. So since our last episode was the conclusion of Stray... Now, hold on. Do you think that we're going to get the card turnover animation? Nope. Since the last episode was the conclusion of Stray, we're back to Midnight Suns. But a new game is coming up. Give Hunter cards in the hand critical. All Hunter cards are critical when drawn for 2 turns. Wow. And I have one of these? When did I get one of these? I have no memory of this card. And we can make it... Okay, so the option is we get to make it free, but then we don't get any heroism for it.
State of matter, indeed.
Tony... Lethal Pounce, apparently I already own 2. New Plan, I own 1, but I'm willing to bet that I already have it upgraded. And then Hell's Fury, we definitely have, and it's upgraded. So I'm going to vote that we grab Wrath, because we have one, but it's cool. And then Reinforcement. I like the fact that it's modded, but also it's purple. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this because it's a heroic one, and it's just gonna make it easier. Whether we burn this one or the next one over, I tend to use a lot of heroic essence. Okay. Complete 4 missions with Scarlet Witch, 1 to go, and then Mystical Symbiosis, upgrade 4 Scarlet Witch abilities. Alright, well I guess we're gonna go see if we can do that. And... that's it.
Good day, Hunter.
Upgrading Scarlet Witch abilities sounds like a good idea. I mean, I'd want to do that anyway. Let's see what is... Also, there's a yard upgrade. Okay. Hero moves can be used to cure an ally in combat to remove their negative status effects. I've got 125 bucks. Let's do that. I didn't know that that's what we were acquiring, but I'll take it. And then upgrade abilities. So, let's go take a look to see what we can do with Scarlet Witch. Hex Field. Okay, but I own 2. Why does it say...
Caretaker said I need to be a team player.
An additional...
So I guess I'm letting you choose for me too.
It says that I own 2. Hex Field. But I don't see... Hold on a second. I'm kind of confused by this interface right at this moment. Hold on. We're going to go to inventory. I want to see... Well, wait. It'll be faster if we go to... Oh, boy. faster is a relative term. Okay, Scarlet Witch. Edit deck. Okay. Oh, because they're both equipped? Okay. I'm picking it up. So, if I wanted to swap this out, let's replace that with Hex... or Quick Toss. Okay. So we've got Hex Bolt, upgraded Hex Bolt, upgraded and modded Hex Bolt. Then we've got Hex Field. So we could upgrade Hex Field. I don't know what the upgrade is for it yet. Double damage. Okay, I could definitely go for that. And then do I have a... Yes, we do. Okay, let's swap out an Unleashed for a Chaos Field. And then I think a Hex Charge for Chaos Reigns. And those are both identical. Now, if I had enough Essence, we could go ahead and do these upgrades. You know, here's a... You know, we can upgrade Hex Charge. We could upgrade Chaos Reigns. We could upgrade Hex Field. Let's see what I can upgrade without crafting anything, and then we'll go see what we can get for Essence.
Ready to work?
Okay, cool. Let's do Hex Field, double damage on what's pretty much a primary attack. And then an upgrade for Unleashed.
I think we've got something for everyone.
Okay. How many upgrades? I'm so sorry that I don't remember. How many upgrades was it that I needed to have her? I think it's one more. But let's go look. Nope, that was it. Okay. Wanda has the most raw power of any witch I've encountered. To harness that power, to upgrade our item bench will likely take a concerted effort from both Tony and myself, but I believe it is worth it. So this will allow us to craft epic quality combat items at the workbench.
All right, let's get started, Dr. Spooky.
Okay, and that's it.
Farewell.
Okay, now let's go talk to Nico.
Is your source Maria?
Jeb, one thing that I expect to happen today is that we will be checking out the Morbius DLC, which just released.
Bit of all three.
In the Air Force, we call them betting odds.
In the Army, we call that hard intel. Semantics aside, Hydra's never been this active. Hearing about sleeper agents pulling out from all the major three-letter agencies.
Can't believe I find myself wishing Red Skull were still in charge.
Hydra hasn't been this active since my Howling Commando days. There's something going on that we're not seeing.
Thanks, Hunter.
If you have any wild plans to contribute, Hunter, now's the time to share them. Our time to stop Chthon is running short. At this point, I'm willing to try just about anything. So if you have any bright ideas...
We did our best to stop the prophecy and failed. We know Chthon is coming, and we need to prepare for what happens after that.
You sound like Caretaker.
She knows what she is talking about. So tell me, what do those books tell you about Chthon? What do we need to know?
These books tell me Chthon has been a threat before civilization began, when all that walked the earth were the Elder Gods.
But what else? Surely there is some bit of knowledge we can use. What other things did you learn?
I could keep you up all night blathering on about this, so tell me specifically what you are curious about.
Who were these Elder Gods? Tell me about them.
Siblings brought into existence on this planet by the Demiurge, the source of all life. These beings were named Set, Gaia, Ashtur, and Chthon. They ruled the planet for many millennia, each of them pursuing their own interests, increasingly battling each other for supremacy until finally it became too much. New gods emerged to topple the old gods and remove their influence from our world.
Nothing lasts forever, even for gods. Was Chthon always this monstrous evil from the very beginning?
There was always something wrong with him, but his insatiable pursuit of chaos magic eventually corrupted him in ways he could never reverse. While Chthon's sibling Gaia sought to nurture life on his planet, Chthon sought to absorb it into himself, to remake all life in his own twisted image. It was because of that evil drive that Chthon was banished to another realm.
And there he waits, ready to return when the opportunity presents itself?
Like now.
If Chthon returns, what exactly will happen to this world?
The world and all life as you know it will cease to exist, but it will not vanish. It will be recast in Chthon's image. We will exist only as extensions of Chthon, and the world will only serve to keep him alive.
What a hellish existence.
That sounds super boring, especially for Chthon. Like, I guess you're in charge, but if everybody, everywhere, everything is just an extension of yourself, that doesn't sound like an existence. I'm not sure what that sounds like. It's a super weird concept. Also, Jab is saying Cap and the Howling Commandos was a movie thing. In the comics, it was Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos. Really? So, like, Captain America didn't do, like, anything with the Howling Commandos, Dum Dum Dugan and all those guys? Or were they just not called the Howling Commandos?
What about the Darkhold? Could it not provide us with secrets of Chthon?
The Darkhold is dangerous in its own way. With Chthon locked away in another dimension, this is how he has sought to influence events in our world. It is Chthon's own words laid down in print. We cannot trust it as a reliable aid in our battle. It would be like trying to defeat Ultron using his own memoir. Nothing good will come of it.
And the writing is probably awful anyway.
Pretty important, I would think.
The prophecy mentions the sleeping giant awakening. If that is Hulk, how important is he to Chthon's goals?
I'm not sure, other than his presence complicates our ability to stop Hydra and Lilith's efforts.
Something will have to be done about him, or Stark may lose his mind. I do not want to hinder you anymore. Keep reading. Surely there is something we can use.
I hope you're right. And I'll keep digging. One more book.
Okay, so it's
Maybe that will have the answer.
almost certainly
completed
going to be
Darkhold
the same
brings Chthon
conversation
a
tree that we saw
gasp
before.
away.
Yeah, okay.
I do.
Anytime they have the star over their head, I want to look. I'll also say that, like, when she's like, oh, keep reading, we have to look it up. This seems to be something that has been researched by people either residing in or
That collar of
visiting
yours does
the
not
Abbey.
look good, Hunter.
Oh, thank you for noticing. Yeah, it does seem a little shaky. Could we have it checked out by somebody? It feels like we've got a whole crew of pretty smart people here. Maybe we can have them look at these giant cracks in my collar and, I don't know, do something about them? All right, so I want to go... Oh, it was up to the war room. Okay, hold on. So then we just pull a Yui around here. I'm going to go talk to Wanda. Oh. And Peter.
I know what it's like to feel guilty about the death of a loved one, too. My Uncle Ben. It's my fault he died.
Did you kill him?
Well, no, but I could have stopped the guy who did. Hey, those are beautiful. What are they, some kind of daisy?
Something as rare as she was.
I'm sure she forgives you.
Thanks, Peter. But I kinda want to be alone right now.
Yeah, okay, sorry, just trying to help.
I know, but this is not something you can help with.
Oh, I thought
Do
he
you
was
think
done.
what Peter said is true? That Agatha forgives me for what I did?
Okay, again, I'm not doing a light side playthrough, but the fact that I factually know this to be true.
I know she forgives you.
Yeah, right. You can't know that.
Well, I do.
No, you don't. No one does. She's dead and it's all my fault. It's always my fault. If I had learned to control my powers better, she would be here today.
Hello to Cara Luna and everybody rating over. Let me pause real quick. Foxcloud was saying Capcom is streaming the Mega Man Battle Network Warrior cartoon, and he remembers when Mega Man died for him. Jab was saying that Captain America was a Golden Age character written in World War II. Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos was written in the 60s, and then they brought Cap back. I had no idea. I thought that was always a Captain America thing. Cara Luna and Innertooth and Maxine, hello to everybody coming over. We were just reminiscing with Scarlet Witch about, and I'll give anybody who wants to avoid too much spoilers an opportunity to mute here if they choose to. We know for a fact that Agatha, forgives her. It really, really bothers me. Like, normally I am a big fan of, like, letting people tell their own story and keeping their secrets and stuff. The fact that Agatha is choosing to keep her continued existence and her forgiveness a secret from Scarlet Witch here, that would not be okay with me. I would really say, look, I can't make her see you. I can't make you reveal yourself to her. But why am I going to allow this woman to continue suffering with this guilt when you can address her directly about it? Agatha did know the risks.
Agatha understood the dangers of taking someone as powerful as you under her wing. She did it anyway because she had faith in you and who you are to become.
And look what her faith cost her. An early grave.
Maybe she saw something in you. Something that was worth the sacrifice.
That's nice of you to say, but say it to Caretaker. I still haven't been able to look her in the eye since I've been back. She hates me.
Okay, we're not saying that she fears you.
You cannot hide from her forever. You need to figure out how to summon the courage to face her, so the both of you can move on.
Yeah, you're right. I owe her that.
You owe it to yourself, and Agatha. Agatha would want the two of you to be reconciled.
I know. I just don't know if I can make that happen.
Try. For Agatha.
Yeah. For Agatha. I, kinda need a few more minutes alone with her. Go on without me.
I will take my leave then.
Thanks, Hunter.
Now, Cara Luna, I was kind of between things. Was it Cosmeteer today? Or because Cara Luna may have stepped away. I know that it's, he has a whole different time zone for him, and his schedule is, fortunately, positively, very work-based now. But if anybody who raided over could provide as well, I think it was Cosmeteer, but I might be mistaken, because I know that one's early access. Oh, that's right, it was Overload! Yes! I had not seen that before, but Cara Luna, I think I've probably heard of it. That's basically Descent, right? Like, not Descent Free Space, but full 6 degrees axis of movement. Yeah, I was watching some of that, and all the enemies were dropping pickups to replenish your weapons or your armor. One thing that I didn't get a chance to see, does it still end with that sort of like Descent thing where you blow the power core and then you have to escape with the explosion following you? Because that was always such a cool thing in Descent. Okay, so apparently I've found everybody to talk to except Nico. Okay, Nico is in the chapel. All right, so then before we go see her, why don't we go get some of our chests? I'm going to guess that this is going to be pretty close. And Cara Luna is saying yes. Yeah, of all the games to be like spiritually inspired by, that's a strong choice, because Descent basically had itself, and then Descent 2 was a full-on flight sim, and a pretty damn good one. And then Free Space 2 was an all-timer. Like, I tried to play it again a few years afterwards and just didn't make it as far in, but I really loved Free Space 2. So anyway, but like that original Descent didn't really have a... Oh, I went the wrong way. Didn't have a sequel that I remember, because the sequel just took the franchise in a very different direction. I love the direction that it went in, but I was glad to see somebody pick up the mantle even all those years later. Okay, that is everything to do except go talk to Nico. And then for anybody just joining, the Morbius DLC has come out, so I can't make any guarantees. The game sometimes just does what it likes, but ideally...
Hey guys, I know you probably don't want to hear
we'll
this,
go check that out.
We need to start stepping up.
I don't understand. I thought the Avengers were supposed to be like the greatest superhero crew on Earth. I thought they would do better than this.
You should know this by now, Robbie. Meeting your heroes is always disappointing.
They were never my heroes.
Hey, don't be so hard on them. They're doing their best.
You don't get an A for effort in this hellscape.
I didn't.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick with sitting on the sidelines while the Avengers keep striking out.
So am I. It's time to take control.
This is our chance to show Caretaker and the others that we're not a bunch of superhero school dropouts. We're the Midnight Suns, and we're the real deal.
Count this Daywalker in, Blood Witch.
Count this mutant, ex-despot of Limbo, in as well.
Well, if you guys are in, so is Sparky.
Good. First, we need to hammer out the deets. We'll meet later. Till then, mum's the word. Okay? Guess you overheard our conversation.
It was difficult not to.
Let's face it, this doomsday scenario might be a little too on the gothy supernatural side for the Avengers. So, it's time for them to move over and let the kids take the reins.
The Avengers are clearly out of their depth.
Damn straight. Now it's our turn to screw it up.
You do not sound too confident.
I just don't want to jinx it.
So, do you have a plan?
You mean a plan to stop Chthon from serving us all up in his all-you-can-eat cosmic flesh buffet? We don't have all the deets nailed down as of yet, but we'll work it out. Till then, keep this under wraps until we know what we're doing. I don't want to freak out the Avengers any more than they already are.
Will do.
Cool. Catch up later.
Now, Caroluna's correcting me. I didn't know that there was a Descent 2. I thought it was Descent and then Descent Free Space. But Caroluna is turning in. Caroluna, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for the fun stream earlier, and I hope you have a great evening. Perform a hero combo with Tony. Yeah, so that's it. We've gone all around the Abbey. We've done all of our stuff here. I am going to save it real quick, and then we're going to go do a mission. By the way, it will not surprise me if we have another story beat that happens when we approach the table. So it might be main mission, but if it's not... What's fun about when the DLC content comes out is that rather than doing main mission... optional mission, main mission, optional mission, you get to do... Oh, wait, I didn't do the threat room. I forgot about that. You get to do main mission, DLC mission, main mission, DLC mission. Yeah, we're still looking to level up our guys. So, and by the way, I would love to take Scarlet Witch for a spin, except that she right now is like one of the highest level people. So, who's the lowest level? Is it currently Nico? It is, yes. Okay, let me double check her deck. Although I want to say that we're probably pretty good. Blood for Blood we could probably swap out for something else. We can take double up for a spin. I'm gonna keep it like it is. You never... Whoops, oops. You never know if we might want to heal back some damage that she takes here. Yeah, Carolina's saying there's 1, 2, and 3, and then also Free Space. Free Space is completely different. Yeah, Free Space was like a Wing Commander style, out in outer space dogfighting game, and I really loved it. Like, that game was great.
I can handle this, right?
Like, when you start, like, humanity has not discovered any sort of, like, Star Trek style shielding, and then you actually, like, learn that and start to, like, reverse engineer it from the enemies as you play. That was super cool. Anyway, Carolina, thank you again for the raid. To cure your allies, use move to highlight an ally with your move cursor. Okay.
Everybody pumped up?
We don't have any allies in this, but we'll keep that in mind. All right, so I want to... I mean, sure, right? Like, we just do this? Also, 148 damage is no joke.
You asked. Run along now, you're outmatched.
Damage a random enemy. Yeah, I mean, I think that we do this again. It either does a lot of damage to somebody, and even this guy now would get killed by this, or, yeah, we don't need to recover more health.
Here we go.
Or it damages one guy a whole bunch. Innertooth remembers an old game. Thought it was called X-Wing. Played a lot with his neighbor. We made a null cable just to go from window to window. Like your literal next door neighbor? That's so cool, Jab. Or, I'm sorry, Innertooth. Yes, so I didn't like X-Wing very much. I did play some of it, but that was after TIE Fighter, which was the follow-up. And that game, like, I really got into that game. I'm going to redraw Restore Plus in favor of some more Witchfire.
How about this one? Oh, I almost feel bad for you losers. Almost.
Okay, let's redraw Restore again, because, I mean, I'm not going to take any damage this round. And then Witchfire. Why not?
Here's one for you.
Okay, and Innertooth is saying, not sure if it was X-Wing, though, it was line graphics. It sounds a little bit like there was a Star Wars arcade game that used that sort of, like, vector-style graphics. Carol Luna did that too. Man, I never had anybody living close enough that I could just run a cable over to them. It was a huge advancement in my household when we had a second computer and the ability to, like, network them at all. All right, I've still got 2 card plays. And the nice thing is that, like, if I hit this guy, like this guy, this guy, this guy, and that guy didn't die when they took a Witchfire hit, but the further that we go with this, like, the more likely we have to hit and kill whatever target it chooses.
Aw, you guys are so adorable thinking you can beat us.
Okay, let's elbow shove this guy. I don't want to knock him into one of the braziers. Just because we can save those for, like, the next round. But, yeah. I guess it's just going to be Witchfire all over the shop here. Innertooth built the first network in his house. He's still IPX, though, in Token Ring. I want to say...
You guys really don't know what you're
I want to
in
say
for,
that
do
our
you?
first network was that as well. Like, had the little, like, Terminator end. Am I thinking about that correctly? Windows didn't even have TCP/IP back then. And this is basically it, right? Like, I can just throw this rock at this guy.
Let's try this.
Okay, I've got 2 card plays left, and if I can do one of them... Yeah, I mean, we can just stock up on counters or whatever else. Yeah, let's do this. We're gonna get ourselves a free hero card. Now, hold on. That wasn't a heroic card. Do I only have one heroic card? Blood for blood. No. 2 counter. Yes, we definitely want this one. Maxine also built the first network in her home too, but it was already 100 megabits. I had to buy 2 network cards though, since they weren't on board. Okay, that is everything. That was a particularly good round for Nico.
Very brave of you.
Okay, I'm thinking... So, there are a couple other tools that she has at her disposal. Damage them or random enemies 4 times. Yes. So... I like this. You know, it's... we can really thin out their hit points, I think.
Going for it.
There's our level up.
Anybody else just get a weird feeling?
Okay. And now, so there's a couple guys in here with a lot of hit points, like those guys there next to the brazier. Yeah, let's pop this because it's definitely gonna kill a guy. Then again, do I want to kill a guy? Let's... $120. Okay, let's pop this.
Watch closely.
Because that moves their hit points down into the realm where they'll die from this. And I just felt like the odds were too high that we was going to hit a guy, you know, just get one shot out of it. Yeah, much better.
Ever been punched in the face by a god? Today might be your lucky day.
Okay, and I think that what we're going to do is just kick this. Yeah.
This should be good.
And now, I think a little trick called Witchfire will carry us through the rest of this. Maxine's first Windows was 95.
War crimes.
A friend had Windows 3.1.
You know?
I had various interactions with Windows 3.1. I really didn't like it. I was extremely hesitant to move into Windows 95, although I eventually did. And then... Why can't I? Oh, I didn't choose myself.
Here we go.
Windows 98 was when it was like, oh, this is pretty great. Yeah, I remember, what was it, for my, there was a big life event, and I was able to get a computer, and it came with, I think it came with Windows 95, and the very first thing I did was strip it out and put DOS back on. Because that was where all the games were that I wanted to play. And I never, ever liked the Windows 3.1 interface. It was so hideously ugly. All right, we don't want to do that. I'm going to redraw this. Okay. That was a redraw, but I guess I had the maximum number of cards. And... Sure. Actually, I'll just redraw this to get the heroism that I want. And then, oh, I don't get another card. So the game, either the game or me is very confused about the definition of redraw.
Where do they keep finding these guys? All right, let's do this.
Maybe I should have knocked him into the tougher guy. I was just like, this is going to just make it that much more sure that that guy can get killed. Yeah, I like this because it's just a broader range of guys that can eat the hit.
This must happen to you all the time.
It was just saying that when he first started with computers, he made boot disks to load the correct drivers and can still load the game because we never needed more than 512K. Oh, I have long memories, Innertooth, about figuring out how to load autoexec.bat and config.sys and getting those exactly right to launch whatever the latest game from Origin Systems was. I remember getting Wing Commander 3 and spending hours figuring out exactly how to get it run properly. So I've got 2 card plays left. I'm just measuring that. I guess redrawing this isn't going to do me very much good while I have this. We're going to pause on that. Let's do another Witchfire. Also, the red circle around that person's feet seems to be permanent, but we'll just disregard it.
I bet your Hydra recruiter didn't mention any of this, huh?
Okay, and yeah, let's smack this guy, because if it either will or won't hit that guy, and either way, we benefit.
This usually works. Stop coming back and this won't happen.
And the guy with 1 hit point took nothing. I mean... Okay, let's wall up this guy really hard. He's got 100 odd hit points.
Being a fascist wasn't good enough, huh? You had to get into demon worship too?
Okay, let's do we have blood magic? No, what's the one that I'm thinking of? Witchfire.
You asked for it.
If I got one more Witchfire, I'm pretty sure that'll clear the field. And I do.
Here's one for you.
I remember Wing Commander 3 on the first computer that I played it on would take like 4 minutes to launch from the, if not more, from the hangar into what was the actual game. Like, when you consider that the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 have effectively no load times, you just start it up, and it takes longer to go through, like, the animation on the splash screen than it appears to have for the game to go through. It's just amazing how far we've come. Okay, now we get to go do a mission. And I did not see, did she gain only the 1 level there? She might have only gotten 1. You know what? You know what would be the easiest way to look? 16. Yeah, she started at 15, didn't she? So she's close to getting her next level. You can see that purple line. Here we go. A new region is now available on the mirror table. Missions can appear in any region that's been unlocked. But, oh, we didn't get to read about, what's his face? Story mission. Yes. Okay. So, hold on. Let me just see. I want to do the Morbius mission, but I just want to see, is there a story mission available? There is, but it requires a general mission to be completed, which is perfect, because we're going to go do a different mission. Spider-Man and Blade team up to find the once-esteemed scientist Dr. Michael Morbius.
Getting reports from all 5 boroughs. More Hydra troopers with fangs. Talk about making a bad thing worse.
I've tried tracking down what they're up to.
Find anything?
Nothing that could still speak.
I may know somebody who could help.
No offense. This isn't exactly friendly neighborhood stuff. Not sure your contacts will be much help.
He's not that friendly.
Who?
He's also not one of the bad guys.
Who exactly?
A physician of sorts. Look, do you want to figure this out or not?
Okay, there he is. Our first look at Morbius, and it's kind of in profile. Yeah. I would be very surprised if we wanted to do too many edits here. We've done some upgrades to Blade. Do I really not have an upgraded Make Him Bleed? Or a different skill? I really don't. Wow. Okay. And then Daywalker. Yeah, makes sense. It's not Spider-Man. Okay, so web throw, forceful knockback in any direction, nearby enemies take 35 damage. And then a modified web throw. Yeah, guys, I need some more heroism. Heroism points. Opportunist plus. Without knowing anything about how Morbius plays yet, I'm going to remove Chain Strike and let's put in Opportunist Plus, which is specifically for the... like, Spider-Man's going to be our support to help generate lots of heroism. We're going to give him 3 skill cards so that he can give us heroism. And then... Okay, Morbius. Claw. Oh, look at this. If the target has bleed. Okay. Let's make sure that Blade makes lots of guys bleed. Quick Claw is quick. Charm. Target an enemy minion. They attack a random ally. Okay, that actually seems really cool. And Shadow Strike. Chain 3. All right, let's hit it. Maxine is saying that TVs now take longer to boot than our first computer.
Morbius.
Blade.
You've met? Gotta admit, I've never seen a vampire feed on another vampire.
I felt it.
One time. I bit you one time. It wasn't fun for me either. You taste like an old barbell.
There's a cat fight joke in here somewhere, but I can't figure it out. Look, Dr. Morbius, we need your help. Someone is turning Hydra troopers into vampires. We don't know why or what they want.
According to the creature I just ate, they're after my research. I can tarry no longer. I must return to my lab before they...
You're going nowhere.
Don't have a hissy fit. It was right in front of me. Maybe we can help each other out. So, where is this lab?
You get used to the stench.
I never do.
Wait, where? You were right, Doc. We shouldn't have tarried.
Boy, thank God Spider-Man's spider sense went off to tell us about the thing that we all then saw about 3 seconds later. Thanks for the heads up. Defeat all enemies and complete the encounter.
I see you've located the doctor. I hope he's feeling cooperative.
I think we're all on the same page here. Common enemy, the greater good. Everyone gets it, right?
Of course.
We'll see.
Okay, so I like Charm because it's going to give us +2 heroism and start powering up for our hero combo. So, sure, let's do this guy.
I've been waiting.
Jab is saying that 3 seconds in a fight can be a lifetime. Oh, I'm sure that when the action is getting a little hairy, it would be very useful. Somewhat before the combat starts, though, just letting you know, hey, the combat is on its way. Okay, so let's do quick because... like, this guy's sort of off on his own. We can just take him out. It's free.
Quick word.
Okay, I do like his movement.
Okay, that was awesome.
Do you think he stitched in those little like proto wings himself? Yes, this will look quite awesome. Shadow Strike, Chain 3. 39 damage. That is not a lot of damage, I have to say. I think we want to continue to save. Yeah, let's do Quick Strike on this guy.
Let's do this.
You know, you're pretty good at this.
And so, yeah, I like Hero Combo because it takes one of the tough guys out right away. Who has the most hit points? We got a couple people with 222. This guy's close to like being like kicked with a box. So I'm gonna go get this guy.
Let us show them how it's done. You don't see that every day.
All right, let's redraw Shadow Strike. Relentless. If target was damaged this turn, plus 108 points of damage. Oh, hold on, we've got a guy. This dude.
About and I thought Man-Thing was ugly.
Not that I'm detecting anything. I just want to make sure since the patch, it didn't do anything weird to our difficulty level. Nope, Heroic 2. Just double checking. I get suspicious when things are going well. Reaper. All bleed. Well, but it's 36 points of damage. I can't think of any reason. Nobody's bleeding right now, but if we can... yeah, let's get this guy, because I think that he... yeah, we don't want to have those fangs, so we're just going to hit this dude.
Come get it. You kissed the mother with that mouth?
Okay, we can blow this up and do a lot of damage to those two guys, and take an additional dude off the field.
Watch close.
And with our move, can I hit this guy? Yeah, we just... like, I'm not saying that we're not going to do that, but is there a better move that we can do? Yeah, I'm going to say that we can... wait, I want to see Morbius do it. Morbius has been waiting to join the team for a while. Let's see all of his various things. Okay. That is as complete a turn as I think we've ever done. We've spent every card play, all of our moves. We blew up a barrel. Yeah, we don't have enough heroes. Oh, wait. I thought of one more thing we can do.
This won't take long.
There. Now we've even spent all of our heroism. That is a fully complete turn.
I admire tenacity, but not this time.
Okay.
These things are hardly worthy of being classified as vampires. Not that I'm overly protective of the title.
That didn't stop you from feeding on them.
You know as well as I do, Blade. You're thirst, I hunger. So,
some of us have tried harder than others.
Oh, you think I haven't tried to end this?
I think you don't mind that you failed.
Good one!
All right. Yeah, probably make him bleed, because then Claw is going to... Oh, interesting. He's going to gain a bleed because... Like, yeah, they gave us fangs. Still, like, that one's free to do. So let's get some bleed power.
Ought to make things interesting.
The card that we drew was make him bleed. Fantastic. All right. So Blade didn't take any damage. Oh boy. Okay. Hey, Spider-Man, can you kick this into... No, not him. Okay, so we can't. Okay, Blade. I wanted to kick it into this guy, but apparently we're not quite in the right position. So let's have Blade.
I'm on it.
Do that. Special delivery. Forceful knockback. Yes, let's do this, because that's going to throw into the guy. Oh, wait, no, Spider-Man does take damage to that. So we can throw him directly into his friend. Yeah, let's do this.
Here we go!
And then I'm willing to bet that we can blow up this
Nothing personal,
trash can fire.
I think you're out of your league here.
Yep, perfect.
Take that!
I doubt they were expecting such resistance.
I do like his voice. Also, what is his doctorate in? Is he like a medical physician or a dentist? It's doctorate in science.
All my work lost.
What kind of work, Doc? This is twisted.
Thought he was one of the good guys.
I said he was not one of the bad guys.
Knowledge has no inherent morality. This is science.
Tell it to them.
They'll be fine. Eventually.
What exactly are you doing here, Dr. Morbius?
Research. A gamma serum flows through the blood of these Hydra soldiers, augmenting their capabilities. It inspired me to concoct a prototype sample, a serum of my own. I thought it might dampen the effects of the sunlight on my abilities, but its protective qualities were far more effective than I expected.
Whoa. Are we talking...
Daywalker in a vial. Morbius, tell me it doesn't work.
Not yet. The prototype sample needs time to fully mature. But it's gone. Along with all my notes. I'll have to start over.
Looks like they're back for seconds.
Nah, they have the sample. They want to take out the only competition in town.
Then we shall dissuade them.
Okay, defeat all enemies before they can destroy the device. So we want to avoid getting overwhelmed. And hello to Phantom X, who says Dr. Morbius is a geneticist, a sci-fi scientist. And also, Mark Quack is saying Michael Morbius is a biochemist turned bloodsucker. I might have seen an episode of the Saturday morning cartoon Spider-Man show in which Morbius was in it, and I honestly don't remember. I remember Blade, I remember like Kraven the Hunter and Dr. Octopus and a lot of the Osborns, but I don't remember Morbius one way or the other, and I've never seen the Morbius movie, so this is all new information. Jab is saying, I think the technical term is mad scientist. And it's saying, didn't they try to create Daywalkers in Blade by using his blood? Was that something they did in Blade 2? I don't remember. I remember in Blade 1 there was a lot of CGI blood that
cannot allow them to destroy
really
my
didn't look
work.
good.
Protect my equipment.
You left out some important details of your research, Doc.
Some things are better left unsaid, but it was all necessary.
Okay, yes, we got it. Okay, I like opening with Make 'em Bleed since we have 2 claws. So, let's see if we can hopefully get an actual attack this time. That would be good.
Should get the blood pumping.
That's looking a little bit better. Okay, so I love Chain 3 where we can apply Bleed 2. We've got 2 card plays left. So what I want to do is get the toughest guys bleeding and then claw them, I think. So let's go 1, 2, 3.
You asked for
it. Okay, that was pretty cool.
Oh, Chain 3 would also be good. But no, let's do... Then again, so here are my options. I can use Claw, and that'll do a lot of damage to one of these guys, but it doesn't really kill them. Or I can do Shadow Strike, which is going to take up one of my heroisms, but I can hopefully thin out a lot of the minions, which I feel like would be more useful. So let's do 1, 2... Oh, we can't quite hit 3, can we? Okay, how about 1... Nope. Okay, so... I don't really care if a couple of them attack the machine, or at least I don't feel like I do. Yeah, let's go 1, 2, because those are 2, you know, going to hit our heroes. And then number 3 could be... I guess it doesn't really matter. This guy.
Now remember who started this.
Ooh, I like it!
Okay, this apparently is something that I can do. Oh, it's free. Gain Bloodlust and 101 block for free. I don't know what Bloodlust is yet. So, hold on. Show me Bloodlust. Sorry. Damage abilities and counterattacks apply 1 bleed. Remove when Morbius has no block. Oh, and we get 101 block. Is anybody attacking Morbius this turn? One guy is. Okay, I mean, it's free. Why not?
It is too late for you.
Jab was saying the second one. Yeah, Blade 2 I saw one time. I remember really liking it. Now, our turn is not done because... I didn't talk about this, but the reason I was targeting certain guys is like, I can hit this. This costs me 1 heroism, 2 guys die, and this guy takes a bunch more damage. And then I think that we can pop that as well. So let's do this.
No one is to blame but yourself.
Okay, can I kick this? No, we're down to 1 heroism. Yeah, we're going to have Blade do this so that he steps out of the radius. But then, although this doesn't kill them, it puts them in a position where they're going to die from their bleeding, I think.
Here it comes.
And then, we've still got to move. So, Blade, can you... this looks too far, but yeah, so we can't quite hit him. We can kill this guy. We can kill that guy. Yeah, I gotta say that if I have to kill somebody, well, then again, we've got block, don't we? Yeah. Okay. Oh, right, we can heal, we can cure guys now. But actually, we don't need to cure anybody. I thought he's not bleeding, is the point. So, yeah, Blade. Spider-Man. Do this. Oh, it's too bad that we don't have anybody in position to throw those two guys into each other. Okay. Hello to Grumpy.
I'll be best if you stay down.
Okay, if I do a discard, we do have one more move, and then I can either kill this guy or this guy. So I'm gonna say, let's discard. I'm not sure I want to do that one. Or that one. Or that one. Or that one. Darn it. Okay. I've got to make a choice. So let's discard Opportunist. And then I think that'll give us one more move so that we can shove this guy. Yeah, this guy's going to hit harder. But he's bleeding, so he's going to die on his own. He's going to hit Spider-Man. That's going to suck. But Spider-Man's not going to take that much damage. And these two guys are both going to attack Morbius. Oh, but Morbius has a lot of block. Okay, I talked myself right out of that. Okay. And defensive posture. Give all heroes 132 block. Why not? Grumpy, we are checking out the Morbius DLC. And I'm discovering that I don't hate Morbius. Seems like a pretty cool character, actually.
Guess we're not done.
I knew you couldn't be trusted, Morbius. Hydra or not, this is wrong.
The work Hydra has done with gamma injections was too profound to ignore.
So you've been using them as some kind of... Sounds a little unethical, Doc.
As opposed to the gentle treatment you and your friends give them.
Big difference.
I would really like Chain Strike. So here are our options. We can stake this guy and put him into a position where he's going to die real easily, but then that would take up both of our strikes. I don't like having this many minions on the field. We don't know what this guy's going to do. That guy attacks Blade, that guy attacks the Machine, and these two guys both attack Spider-Man. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to redraw our non-critical claw. I'd really, really like Chain Strike. No. I'm going to redraw the hero combo. Okay. So, okay. Hey, we didn't get Chain Strike, but we did get Charm. So if we charm this guy, we get 2 heroism, and then also he goes and like attacks one of his friends. Okay, I like that because now Morbius can blow that. This guy isn't quite in range, but that's okay. We'll fix that in a minute.
You've left me no choice.
Oh, I thought that was an exploder. I didn't realize it was a throw. Okay, that's fine. I've got 1 card play left. Let's have Spider-Man throw this guy. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, everybody relax. Spider-Man, you go elbow that dude.
Maybe put some ice on that. You'll feel better.
And now we've got Daywalker, which is going to apply 2 bleed. So we kill this guy, then that guy, and then set this guy up to be dead soon.
I'm not really into guns, but you make a compelling argument.
Oh, we're out of heroism. Blade, can you just, like, push him? No. All right, that's it. Oh, wait, can't Spider-Man shove this? Yes, he can, but he's in the wrong position. So we're going to have to reposition, and that's fine because we totally can. Yeah, because we did Opportunist, this is free for Spider-Man, not for anybody else.
Looks like it's up to me.
Okay, that, pretty good turn.
They're almost here. Hold position.
If my research here can help you defeat Hydra, and I've removed some of them from the front lines in the process, I don't see the harm.
Heroes usually stand against human experimentation and false imprisonment. Because it's, you know, evil.
Rarely have I ever been accused of being a hero.
This would be a lot easier if you guys just give up now.
Okay, we've only got one dude left. Let's make him bleed and then use Claw.
These fanatics are always the same.
No, truly, what did you expect?
Bye, Morbius. Thanks for coming. So they haven't quite worked out all the bugs. There's a few here and there.
I'm on it.
Hopefully this doesn't break the game.
Feeling it.
I'm up for another round, I suppose.
I don't think you've changed at all, Morbius. You're just lucky I'm working with the Sons again.
As opposed to what?
Here with the experiments. Permanently.
Maybe we can all hug this out later.
Try this on for size.
Never seen that before.
Okay, and if damage was... Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, little graphical issues like that, as I always say, not a big deal. If anything, it's much more amusing. 2 stars. Is that because the stupid thing took 1 damage? Also, I do like this sort of like filmy filter on that, how it's grainy. That looks pretty good. But yeah, Grumpy, I hope you had a great Thursday. I'm very much looking forward to the weekend. We're at that point in the year for like anybody watching this at some point in the future. This is now moving into late March 2023. It's getting really nice out, is the point.
No further, abomination.
Okay, it's cool. Morbius is with us now.
With us?
You would bring a vampire into the Abbey?
Well, he's not a vampire. Not exactly.
If he was, he'd be dust.
He became this way because of an experiment gone wrong, not a bite from a vamp. He's his own master, right, Doc?
If I may, there are few judges of character better than Spider-Man.
Back me up here, Blade.
As much as I hate to admit it, we could probably use his help. This once.
So there.
Hunter, was it? Thank you for not making a bigger deal about my arrival. I know my presence unnerves many.
I hope he joins the book club. I really want to put him into the book club outfit.
Maybe we should call this a probationary period. I still have not made up my mind, so do not get too comfortable.
Then let me beg for your patience. I think you will find that I am a man of many talents.
You are a vampire expert. I already have one of those.
I am the world's foremost authority on vampire physiology. Blade knows a great deal about vampire rituals, habits, and social order, but he doesn't understand their biology.
Why should that matter?
In a sense, you could say Blade can take a vampire apart, but he can't put one back together.
I do not want to put vampires back together.
Of course not. Let me put it like this. If you understand the structure of an organism, you'll know its weak points, where to push so it falls apart. This is what I offer you.
Sorry, I usually try to stay quiet during dialogue, but that was very funny.
That sounds great, but you must earn our trust by following through on that promise.
I see you are not easily impressed. No wonder Blade seems to like you. I think you'll be happy to know that I've actually already started researching vampire biology.
That sounds like good news.
Unfortunately, I also have bad news. I've been tinkering with a prototype gamma serum that suppresses the effects of sunlight on vampiric membranes. The vampires have taken that from me.
Then we must take it back.
That is why I'm here. And I would love to get back to that research. Unless you have further need of me.
I want to know a little more about you first.
Naturally. I am an open book.
I have heard you called a living vampire. What does that mean?
It means that unlike most vampires, I have a pulse.
How is this possible?
Most vampires are tied to the supernatural realm. They are undead creatures. My gifts are a boon of science. I am wholly unique in that way. Quite literally a freak of nature.
Who were you before you became a vampire?
I was born with a rare, degenerative blood condition. My disease would have proven fatal if I had not taken matters into my own hands and experimented on my body using vampire bat DNA. I cured myself, but there were side effects.
You seem to know Blade and Spider-Man well. What is your impression of them?
When I first became the living vampire, I struggled with my baser instincts. It took me a while to maintain control over my appetite. Spider-Man and Blade were the first two heroes I encountered, and they protected many innocent people from my wrath.
You mean they fought you?
Yes. But I am grateful, because they encouraged me to become a better man. Though I wish Blade's approach hadn't been nearly so ferocious.
I would like to know more about your capabilities.
Like a traditional vampire, I possess enhanced strength, speed, and acute senses. An accelerated healing factor allows me to bounce back from otherwise mortal injuries. And while I cannot fly in the traditional sense, I have the psionic ability to glide over great distances.
I was actually wondering about that, about Captain Marvel in this game, because I was thinking about that scene. It was a while back when there was like a helicopter over there, and I was like, oh man, if only we had someone who could fly up and get that. And I was wondering, can Captain Marvel in this universe fly, or can she only sort of like hover a little bit for short distances? Because that would make sense. And what we're seeing in this game isn't necessarily like the comic book universe, and it's certainly not the MCU universe. So like when Morbius says, well, I can't really fly, but I can glide for a long way, I was sort of wondering if the same might be true for Captain Marvel.
Do you share other vampiric weaknesses?
One of the advantages of being a living vampire is that I do not have those Achilles heels. I could drink holy water all day, and a silver bullet stings like a lead one. One slight exception is daylight. I do not burn under the sun, but my eyes are sensitive to the light. and my powers are somewhat dampened during the daytime.
Do you have to consume blood like any other vampire?
Regrettably, not only do I need to consume human blood, I crave it. But you do not need to worry. I keep my cravings in check these days, and only feed on those who prey on others.
So I absolutely would not drink holy water all day because everybody's always dipping their fingers into it.
Never mind. I will let you settle in.
Happy to talk anytime.
Okay, so first impressions. I'm really glad that he's not a joke character. I cannot possibly guess what would have been the decision-making process that said, we've got Spider-Man, we've got Wolverine, we've got Blade. Let's throw Morbius in there. We've got Venom and Deadpool. You know, major movie franchise characters. Let's put Morbius in there. One of the most legendary flops. It's one of the rare times, like, are there any other examples? Did I say hello to Marquardt, by the way? Because Marquardt said something earlier, and then I was thinking during that cutscene, wait, did I greet him? Like, Marquardt, I hope you had a great Thursday as well. He might have stepped away for a meeting. Morbius bombed at the box office on 2 separate occasions, okay? Somebody, we talked about this when it happened, some movie executive went in and said, no, you guys, we're having a resurgence, like, people are really into Morbius, but, like, if we release it in, like, a B-movie, Rocky Horror Picture Show, people will go see it, and then, like, again, nobody did. So it's like this kind of unique unicorn of a massive box office bomb, and for them to have included the character in here, it would have been really easy to treat him like a stupid joke character, and like even Deadpool doesn't come off like a stupid joke character any more than Deadpool is supposed to. I actually kind of like Morbius so far. They clearly hired a professional voice actor. He fits right in with the rest of the crew. His outfit is stupid as shit. Like, I don't like that at all. But for all I know, that's what the dude wears. Like, I don't know. It's not like Wolverine is dressed like he's out there doing. It's not the most efficient battle garb, but it is very Wolverine. So if this is very Morbius, I don't know. I guess I'm cool with it. He doesn't look more ridiculous than some of the things that I put Hunter in, for example. So, I don't know. I'm enjoying the introduction of Morbius, and I like having more characters to talk to and interact with. So, let's see if there's so many. Also, because I read this like 15 minutes ago, Fox McCloud was saying, I remember old Spider-Man games where he had spider senses. They tell you about fires and people falling off buildings miles away, and the people would run up and tell Spider-Man, Spider-Man, there's somebody falling off the building over there, and it's like 9 blocks away. Hello to Ronan. Why are you being mean to Morbius? I shouldn't be mean to Morbius, because I don't know this dude from... You know which 2 characters I'm always surprised to realize are different characters? Shocker and Electro. Because those are both, like, Spider-Man villains, aren't they? What's the deal? Like, why are they both... They're both just, like, electric-themed supervillains, right? So why does Spider-Man get 2 of those? Ronan is saying, I'll be honest, I don't know who Morbius is. Well, I'll tell you this. I just learned more about Morbius in the last 15 minutes, well, 10 minutes maybe, than I've ever known. Apparently, so let's fill Ronan in. He is, he's a geneticist, and he had a blood condition, and in order to cure his blood condition that would have caused him to, I guess, waste away or pass away, he was going to... He experimented on himself using vampire bat DNA, and he sort of became something similar enough to a vampire that he is, but also he didn't die. So he has a heartbeat, he does need to drink blood, he doesn't like the sun very much, but otherwise is pretty close to being a vampire. Hello to Marquack. Marquack, mostly what you missed was getting to know Morbius, and then me saying, I don't think that I greeted you when you spoke up earlier, so I hope you had a great Thursday and stuff. Jab enjoyed the movie. He said not the greatest movie, but it's okay. Yeah, I really want to clarify. I have not seen it, and I can assure you my opinion of Morbius will be formed when I see it. And I have to say that so far, this is making me more interested in seeing it, which speaks well of it. Oh, hello to Dusty. Hello to More Than a Mia, Moonlight Ninja, and everybody else raiding over. Mia, can you do a shout out for Dusty? Also, I'm saying Dusty because that's how Mia addresses in her stream, but if it would be better to say Dustawoo or something else, do please let me know. I have a feeling, based on the interactions in Mia's stream, that Dusty is indeed correct. Jab is saying, Electro was a very early Marvel villain. I think the first 10 issues of Spider-Man and Daredevil, 2 and 3. Yes, hello to Dusty. I am here, just got ballsed by Anon. So unfortunately, I don't know what that means, but I hope you had a great stream. Jab is saying, I don't know who Shocker is. So isn't Shocker the guy who's sort of dressed in like a red and yellow costume that looks like it's padded? And he sort of shoots these like rings of electricity out of his fists? Yes, thank you very much for doing the shout out. Yeah, I've not seen it on this channel before. Join us in following Dustawoo. So, Mia, did the regular shout out not work as well? Because if I need to reset the bot... Sorry, I'm going up the path. So, Dusty and everybody raiding over. Metro 2033. I have not played that, but it was the Redux edition. How was it? The Metro games are on my list to try out. I will probably skip directly to Metro Exodus. Is that the most recent one? But I remember... Oh, hold on. We're about to go to a funeral here. So that'll probably be some dialogue. Before we walk down the path, I remember on the Jumping the Shark podcast, Bill Abner and... I am so sorry because he wasn't one of the regulars. Michael Barnes, that's who it was. Loved the Metro games. I think it was Metro 2033 specifically that they really, really liked. Anon chat, I was hiding. Thank you very much for the warm welcome. Dusty, and anything else you choose is perfectly fine. And Marquack, thank you for putting up the picture of, the wiki for Shocker. Yeah, in my memory, he's got sort of like a plain face mask, so you can see his eyes, but other than that, it's just like a flat plane. And he's got like a red and yellow costume that sort of has these diamond cross stitches. So he sort of looks like he's wearing thick padding all over his body, except for his gauntlets. And from those, at least in the cartoons, he's usually shooting like rings of electricity out. And I'm always like, why? What makes this person different than Electro? And I mean, like, they look very different, but they're both electricity-themed, dudes.
Thanks for coming, everybody. I know we're all stretched thin at the moment.
We're all here for you, Robbie. We know this is important to you.
But we should move things along. I know what you're all thinking. You thought Blaze was a major league asshole.
Whoa, I thought Professor Xavier was the mind reader, Logan.
Quiet, you. Anyway, Blaze... Yeah, he wasn't nice. But it's not a nice world. And sometimes you gotta be that way to get things done. And he really got a lot of things done. So, you kids remember that. You won't always be so fresh-faced and innocent.
Thanks, Logan. You said it better than I ever could. To be honest, I really struggled with what I was gonna say. Because I used to worship the flaming ground Blaze rode on. And then I met him, and safe to say, I didn't worship him so much anymore. Fairly certain I hated him. Right until he went and sacrificed his life to save mine. Johnny might not have been perfect, but at the end of the day, he was one of us. And I'm glad to have known him. To Johnny Blaze,
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny
Blaze.
Johnny
Blaze.
Blaze. Is that it? Can we go now?
That really bother me if I was there. Like, I like Magic on the whole, but Magic, if you don't want to be here, rather than complaining, you can just not be here. No one would cry if you went someplace else while everybody else mourned somebody that was important to them. Mia is noting that the regular shoutout did not work. So I'll tell you what, they did a stability pass on this. Let's see how stable they've made it. I'm going to save here. And then I'm going to see if we can just reset the bot super quickly. Dusty is saying, Metro is a fantastic game series. So much dialogue that explains what the characters have been through. Hold on just 1 second while I hit... probably one of these things. And Dusty feels the atmosphere... personally feels the atmosphere that the game has. That is one of the things that I heard about it, that it's got a really, really strong sense of place. Like, the world is very well realized, and that it has a more contemplative tone to it than you might expect from something that outwardly appears to be a first-person shooter. Just 1 second. Okay, so cool. Just so that everybody knows, CloudBot was turned off. It should be on now. And if we'll all just bear with me for just 1 second, I would like to see if we can do a shout out for More Than a Mia, and a shout out for Cara Luna, and a shout out for... Let's see if we can get the Dusty one to run right now. I just want to double check that I'm spelling it correctly. That's always the concern. Yes, I got it perfectly right. Okay, and those all went through. Okay, so thank you for bearing with. Let's get back into it. And I guess we're going to find out if that causes any weird stability stuff. And if it does, we'll just load.
If Blade is worried about this guy, he must be dangerous. I want to see him in action. Man, I just wish I could have brought my brother Gabe along. He'd love this place.
So for everybody joining, this is both the beginning of Act 3 of the main story and the launch of the Morbius DLC. And I am very surprised to discover Morbius is kind of an interesting character, at least as presented in this game. It actually makes me want to see the movie. The DLC just came out. It came out with very little fanfare, but alongside a brand new stability patch, which, among other things, fixed the mirror in Hunter's room so that her thighs don't show right through her jeans. And by the way, that was in every outfit. It didn't matter what you were wearing. So I'm glad that they finally got that fixed.
About Morbius, but I trust your judgment on this, Hunter.
Okay, my judgment was to kick him straight out, so maybe we should go trust Blade's judgment on this.
Sorry we didn't give you a heads up before. You know, about bringing a vampire into the Abbey. It all happened kind of fast.
Are you sure we can trust Morbius?
Yeah. Morbius has his demons, but he's a teddy bear. A snarly teddy bear. With fangs. But there's stuffing in there, somewhere.
This is not helping your argument.
What I'm trying to say is that Morbius has a good heart. And exceptionally good blood.
Good blood?
Yeah. Whatever Morbius did to transform his body infused the heme in his blood with curative properties. I'd love to help him study it further, if I ever have the time. Since we're fighting new breed vampires, we'd do well to have a living vampire in our corner.
Okay, quick question. Heme in his blood? And more important than that, Mia, thank you so much for the resubscription. 39 months. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Zenisteer is saying, wait, does your Hunter's mirror actually work? Mine just reflects a blur. Well, mine also reflects a blur, but it's a blur that doesn't, like, break her pants anymore. We'll go in there in just a second, and I will show it off and get that heroic essence.
Blade, are you actually comfortable with Morbius living here?
Comfortable? I'll never be comfortable around that monster. But if I'm being generous, he could be useful.
Okay, The camera seems a little oddly centered right now, but I guess we're going with the female gaze here on Blade. I can't blame Hunter. Let's see. I like the fact that when Morbius showed up, Hunter was immediately like, get the hell out of here. Like, she doesn't even know who this guy is. So I want to play into that.
Having a vampire in the house leaves me feeling restless.
I'm right there with you.
What exactly is your history with Morbius?
I don't like getting into that.
But the two of you have fought before. What makes you think we can trust him now?
I never said we could trust him. If that man loses control to his bloodthirst, I'll end him myself. But the vampires are using his experiments against us. We need him to clean up his own mess.
So Morbius is just a tool to you?
Call it whatever you want. I call it practical.
Oh, wait. Captain America has something to say. No, wait.
Getting to know
This is Captain
Blade
Marvel.
has been nice. Maybe Morbius won't be so bad.
Also, just a quick pause. I didn't realize this before. I'm usually very careful about like learning too much about like who is a voice actor in something. But it turns out that Captain Marvel is played by a voice actor named Erica Lindbeck. She's been in 100,000 things. And another game that we played recently in which it would almost be difficult to play more of an opposite character. I never would have like listened to these two characters and put together that they were voiced by the same human being. She is really good.
Anything else on your mind?
What happens if Hydra successfully replicates Morbius's prototype sample?
Sunproof vampires seem like a bad idea for all involved.
Maybe not for the vampires.
For now, it's just a scary theory. Even if it works, there could be side effects, like new breed vampires bursting into flame upon contact with oxygen. Yeah, wishful thinking, but prototypes can be unpredictable. Just to ask Hank Pym about Ultron.
What do we know about the Lord of Vampires?
Honestly, if Blade didn't vouch for it, I wouldn't believe he existed.
He certainly does.
There's so much information about Dracula that it's hard to know what's fact and fiction. I wonder if he had a hand in that.
Why are Hydra soldiers willingly turning into vampires?
Define willingly. I think that's Sin's influence.
They must be extremely devoted to agree to such a change.
Or more terrified of what Sin will do if they don't. I wonder how becoming a bloodsucker mixes with the gamma serum already in their systems. I bet that's one hell of a hangover.
It's so interesting to me that the DLC characters so far have been advancing this vampire storyline, and the characters that were chosen were Deadpool, Venom, Morbius, who actually makes a lot of sense, and then the fourth one is going to be Storm. I can't make any promises, but I really, even if we finish the story before the Storm DLC comes out, I really want to see how Storm gets worked into a story about vampires.
Thanks, Carol.
See ya.
Also, I really want there to be a line about what happens to a vampire that gets hit by a bolt of lightning. Everybody else hated that line. I didn't mind it so much.
We aren't running a home for wayward vampires.
Checking in on me already, Hunter? I haven't had time to get into trouble.
You can never be sure.
I suppose. What can I do for you?
So, I see you brought your leather pants. Who would have thought?
Never mind. I will let you settle in.
Happy to talk anytime.
I have to say, I'm a little surprised. Okay, I guess I'm going to get talked over by Tony Stark again. I am a little bit surprised that he has a... Oh, and they are skin tight.
So good to see you again.
Oh, Morbius.
I can't talk right now.
He really wants everybody to know that he's in the room.
Tony, what is your impression of Morbius?
Well, we've never actually met, but Strange talks highly of him.
I am uncomfortable inviting a vampire to live in the Abbey.
Hey, I know what you mean. Half the people on my board of directors are vampires. Not literal bloodsuckers, but they definitely try to sink their teeth into you. Or your pocketbook.
Maybe.
The guy's a freak, no doubt. But every genius is. You should have seen half my professors back at MIT. Or that Tony Stark guy who's always in the news. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I've read a few of Morbius's papers on DNA manipulation, and it's years ahead of anyone else. He could be a valuable asset.
So, you think we can trust him?
Well, I never said that. But he could be useful.
Stephen, have you worked with Morbius before?
Oh, yes. He is a formidable ally. He once assisted me in a battle against a Fear Lord from the Dream Dimension.
Fear Lords are powerful foes.
Yes, it was a boisterous battle, so I was pleased to have Morbius at my side. Undoubtedly, he will be a favorable ally against Lilith as well.
So you have no reservations about letting him stay in the Abbey?
None at all. As long as he doesn't grow too hungry, we'll all be fine.
Wait, what should we do if he gets hungry?
We should all be on guard.
Stephen, I need details.
As with any vampire, he could lose control and eat every one of us, but I do not think that will happen.
Just once, I want them to be having a conversation like that, and the camera just pans over slightly, and Morbius goes, "I'm standing right here." Now, so please forgive me, Zenisti TV? It's that's hopefully at least close. Is saying that they believe Storm's connection is directed at Dracula. She was his mistress at one point in the comics. Just of all the characters, like almost any other member of the X-Men would make more sense somehow to me than Storm. Like, it's not that everybody has their past, but just how I wonder how that particular association came about. So we've done everything. So let's go look in the mirror. So when we first started playing, it was an actual mirror reflection, with the exception of the pants didn't work. As of this patch, the pants work. It is a reflection, but it's like super blurry, or like I was saying earlier in the episode, it looks like frosted glass. And I don't know why that particular effect is on it, but you can see here the pants are intact. And this is the first time in the previous 24 episodes that that is true. So, you know, I will take the frosted glass in exchange for working pants. However, and I don't know that if I want to change this, if you turn off ray tracing, then yeah, this is just a huge blur. It's like looking into a hall of mirrors. There's no definition to anything. Storm and Dracula. I assume that she wasn't a willing mistress. Like, there was some mind control attached. Oh wow, Charlie pays us money. I honestly, I was just petting Charlie every day because it's a habit and I want to make sure that we're kind to pets. Okay, there's one orange chest to go get, but let's go have a chat with everybody.
Pull up a stool, Hunter. Never too early to get caffeinated. Stark convinced me to put a shot of his new Stark Drive energy drink in my coffee.
Stark Drive?
Sure. It tastes like sweaty gym sock dipped in coffee, but at least it wakes you up. And if we're headed to Transia, I'm gonna need it. This thing could last 24 hours or 24 days. Hard to tell.
Transia is a treacherous place, filled with all sorts of forgotten locations. We could be battling Lilith's forces there for a long time.
That's what I'm afraid of. A place like Transia is as dangerous as they come.
It makes sense that Lilith would go there. Back to the homeland, that is. Back to the source of her powers.
She's gonna be in for a real nasty shock if she's looking for home. It's not like the old days with the Knights of Wundagore riding around the place. Red Skull and Hydra did a pretty good job of screwing Transia up in every way possible.
No matter what the people of Transia have had to endure, they are about to endure much worse.
Poor people. That's why I'm loading up on caffeine. It's gonna be nasty.
It looks like the others are gathering now in the war room.
Yep, I'll head that way myself. Just need a few more sips of sweaty gym sock. I gotta talk to Stark about getting some new flavors.
All right, we're gonna open up our cache and everything. Also, Zenithsea is saying my boy Nightcrawler would have been the most likely candidate. I would have loved to get... Nightcrawler has always been one of my favorite characters. Oh, Jab lost internet for a while. Depending on when it happened, Jab, I don't think that you missed any new story stuff. Okay, so we want to complete 3 missions with Morbius and 1 more mission with Scarlet Witch. So, let's see if we can find a mission for Morbius and Scarlet Witch.
Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work. Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Consume all bleed on the target to deal remaining bleed damage immediately. Blade has something similar to that. I like it. And that would be on top of the 177 points of damage. Reaper, Chain Strike, and Stake. Well, Feeding Frenzy for sure. I'm pretty sure I have an upgraded Reaper. No, I don't. Okay.
State of matter, indeed.
Reaper. And I know that I could re-roll those. I just, if I find 2 things that I want, I don't really see the purpose of it. Forge upgrades. Item bench 2. Or 3, rather. Alright. We can't research anything, and there's nothing else that I want to do right now.
I'm happy to help, Hunter.
So there's actually, if I get enough, I think I probably have enough heroism right now. There's actually an Iron Man heroic that I really want to upgrade. It's his, like, hit everybody on the field, and it, like, doubles the damage. Let me go to Superlink. Okay. Ghost Rider says, I hate East Coast weather. Why even have a pool when most days it's too cold to use? Tony Stark says, when you say East Coast weather, you mean regular weather? Not that constant sun situation you think is normal? Nico says, what's wrong with that? Rain or shine, it shines. Captain America says, there's nothing like sharing a hot cup of cocoa by a roaring fire and being grateful for what you have. Nico says, is that your way of saying get used to it? Because all I'm hearing is you're offering to make hot cocoa. Captain America says, maybe, when it's cold, actually cold inside. Nico says, I can make it happen with an old West Coast style magic trick. Iron Man says, summoning the spirit of the first ice latte. And Robbie says, no, cranking the AC. You know that we just leave the doors open here all the time, though. I'm not sure that the AC would have that much effect. Okay. Global News Repost Bot says, dormant volcanoes erupt, covering the entire area of Vorosika with an impenetrable ash cloud. The scale of the damage remains unclear as the cloud disrupted all modes of communication. Authorities dispatched the supergroup the Winter Guard in the hopes of reaching survivors. Okay, pop quiz. Winter Guard. Is there anybody in the Winter Guard that I would have heard of with the knowledge that I probably... And you like, if my friend HW was here, he'd be like, oh, Winter Guard is blah, 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 blah. Like, you know everybody who was in there past, present, and future. I've never heard of the supergroup, the Winter Guard. So I'm... Oops. Oh, hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Iron Man says that little communication glitch, it also affected the undersea fiber optic cables. Captain America wants to know how that's possible. Tony says, nature works in mysterious ways. Captain Marvel says, and by nature you mean... Tony says Lilith. Okay, did I get a private message? No. Jab, who knows a lot about comics as well, is like, I have no idea who that is. So, Runaways number 1. What if you discovered your parents were supervillains? This issue kicks off the Runaways, the critically acclaimed series of a group of teenagers trying to do right where their parents were wronged, or did wrong. And then a Ghost Rider comic, Engines of Vengeance Part 1. A street race leads a young man on the road of destiny. A East Los Angeles neighborhood running wild with gang violence and drug trafficking, a war brews in the criminal underworld. With 4 on the floor, Marvel's newest Ghost Rider puts vengeance into overdrive. And then the world's grossest candy. Well, I gotta say, if I fed on human blood all the time, I might like gross candy. So I'm gonna buy this and see if it's for Morbius. Okay. We'll do daily sparring, and we'll probably do it with Morbius because we want to start being friends with him.
I won't hold back.
Zenesty, am I close on that? It's saying, have you seen the MCU movies? Ursa Major is the mutant of the group. I don't think I've ever heard of Ursa Major. Unless Ursa Major is like some Russian themed. No, I'm thinking of something completely different. Yeah, no, I was thinking about like there was a real world movie that was supposed to be like the Russian version of the Avengers, and one of them was like somebody who could like transform into a bear, and I want to say that character's name was like Ursa somebody, but I may be wrong about that. Red Guardian is the leader, and yeah, they have a Russian superhero team. I had no like the Winter Guard, really? This is cool.
Could have at least left me a chair.
I never heard of this. Yeah, so upgrade abilities.
Time's wasting, Hunter.
There is an Iron Man heroic. Okay, so I need 7 more essence, because look at this. It goes from 36 damage to every enemy on the whole field to 73, and then you can add 36 onto it twice. So I really want to get that. This is as close as I've come in a while. Let's get ourselves some heroic essence. I'm going to say that if we go into inventory... No, you know what? We'll craft for it. Because I get bonuses for crafting also.
More chit-chat.
I very much like the Black Widow movie. I would have liked it if Red Guardian, if I'm thinking of the same character, hadn't been played like 100% joke through the whole movie. Like... A character can be there for comic relief, but it would have been nice if he had done something useful at some point in the entire movie, because he was only comic relief, and that's the element that bothered me. It would have been nice if after all of the bluster and bravado and all of the like jokes at his expense.
Is there anything you can tell us about Transia that might give us an edge?
Transia is a country in trauma.
Hold on.
Their borders could easily destabilize at any moment. The people there, they have seen so much war, trauma, and pain. We must spare them at all costs.
Right. I'm packing coffee pods. Anything you like?
Yes, the coffee shop cinnamon blend. Good call, Ileana. Transia is known for lots of trauma, war, and terrible coffee.
We cannot expect to save the day with decaf. That would be counterproductive.
This will be a very strange homecoming.
We are not our homes. We are our family. And our little spooky family here can get through anything together.
I missed you, Ileana.
So, I read in your war journals, issue 47 to be specific, that you've been to Transia.
Is that a question?
More like a prompt. You know, to see if the journals were true, or if there was something you left out intentionally.
Ah, for intel.
Yes, definitely for intel. If so, war journal number 47 is my favorite. So when you were surrounded by Hydra troops in that Transian cemetery, did all that stuff really happen? Where you bounced the shield off the tombstones and took out like 10 elite troops?
No.
Oh, so you made it up?
No, I cut out the more unbelievable parts. Lots of redacting. Truth was way crazier.
I knew it!
Let's discuss. But first, the mission.
Right, the mission. Good call, Captain America.
You enjoyed calling me Captain America, didn't you?
Okay.
Yes, a little too much.
Okay.
I'm kind of a big fan.
So they're never going to stop. Intertooth was saying, I just found out I was dating a communist. I should have noticed the red flag sooner. Indeed. And then Intertooth has to go to sleep. Yes, and Intertooth, thank you very much for the fun Factorio stream earlier today. Again, didn't get a lot of chance to chat, but was able to hang out, and it really helps my workday go a little bit faster, having something cool happening in the background. Okay, so yes, so we definitely want to bring Tony along so that we can do that. Let's go back to the Abbey. And then I do want to do our threat room mission so that we can keep our characters leveled up. Oh, right. Upgrade abilities.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, air superiority is a super good ability, and this makes it double plus super good. So we're going to pick that up for sure.
Innovation. That's the Stark promise.
Okay. Now, I also got a lot of attack and skill lessons. I think that we probably have some pretty... Well, hold on. I know that we've got something new for Morbius. I just haven't edited his deck yet. Let's go to Heroes, Morbius, Edit Deck, Feeding Frenzy. Yeah, let's put this in place of one of the Shadow Strikes. But then again, I just used all of my Heroic Essence, so I can't actually do any upgrades for him. We'll get there. We'll get some cool stuff. Oh, let's look at his customizations, too. I might actually put him in this. I actually kind of like it. Because this... I don't know. I think I'm going to put him in this. I like him with his lab coat. And then, what do we have here? Okay, this is pretty cool. I like this a lot better than the little proto wings. Can I put him in this? Let's look at some of his other outfits, though. No. It's not terrible. I do like black and red. I don't know what to tell you. I like it better than black and purple. I don't know. I guess it's okay. It's very plain, just the regular black. This at least is like a darker purple. I do kind of like that. No. Jab says no capes. Steel Wind. It's okay. The thing about Steel Wind is that it's very plain, right? It's just like shades of gray. And then Vlad Morbius. And then, wait, hold on. I did want to look at the other ones for here. So if we went with this, we've got, so here's his regular one with purple. Then we go with red. Then this is just black. Different red. And sort of inverted red. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see him once in this. New ability to upgrade. Oh, right, but that's the heroic ability that we can't do. All right, so I don't think we're going to take Morbius for a spin because he will not be the lowest level character. We could do Deadpool and almost nobody's. Deadpool or Spider-Man it's going to be. Or Nico again. Let's grab Deadpool. I'm going to get him leveled up. Maxine is also taking off. Maxine, thank you so much. I hope that you have a great evening. Thank you for hanging out. Mia, thank you for doing the shout out as well. So yesterday, I really thought they fixed the mouse cursor thing.
I hope I'm making a good impression on Caretaker.
Okay, let's start here, because this guy is very far away from any of the explosives.
It's about time.
So yesterday, Mia was playing Ori and the Blind Forest, and one of the things that she asked about, one of the topics of conversation that came up, was about like basically input failures, disruptions where you don't do in the game what you had intended to do, even if you very much intended to. If I can get a little more in Fuego, I think we'll be better off. Chain 2, yes. So again, let's hit... Oh, yeah, let's hit this guy, and then really any other guy.
Mucho gusto.
So I was thinking about it, and like all the various forms of
Call the meat wagon.
input issues there can be, whether it's delayed inputs, dropped inputs. I've played games where there's like an odd animation priority sometimes that will... You know, even though I'm doing the thing, the animation has yet to play out, so it's delayed long enough. This game has nothing reflex related, so it's entirely strategy-based. Plus 21 damage. Yes, let's take this guy out. And every once in a while, I'll be playing a game like Ori, where I swear to God, I did the thing, and it doesn't register for whatever reason, and that can feel very frustrating. But one of the things that I always try to keep in mind is... to also call it out when I just biff it for whatever reason. Like, I don't hit it, because it can be frustrating when, you know, you feel like you absolutely did the right thing and the game didn't respect that. But you also, like, I also want to call it out when I'm, that's gonna cause me damage. How about these two guys? If I could get... So let me do this, because as long as I kill somebody, I get a refund on the thing, on the card play.
Right up. Test your strength.
It can feel frustrating when, you know, you think you're doing it right, and like, man, I swear to God I got it, and it just doesn't. But at the same time, like, sometimes I just fail. Sometimes I don't hit the button. I hit the wrong thing. Like my mind goes somewhere else, or my thumb goes somewhere else, and suddenly it's like, nope, that's not what I meant to do. So I do have 3 levels of Enfuego. Yeah, we can kill this guy. Ronin, yeah, here's a great example. Worst game I've played for delays is Red Dead 2. Red Dead 1, also, like, a ton of animation priority. Like, I remember one of the toughest bosses in Red Dead Redemption, the first game, was a doorway. Just getting through the doorway, because the character had a very specific sort of, like, walking routine that he wanted to go through, and... if you wanted to do something else, like pivot slightly to like get yourself lined up to go through the door, you just had to wait. Sorry. Mia doesn't remember that happening in the game, probably because the stakes weren't as high. Yeah, Red Dead 2, I do feel like Red Dead 2 was better than Red Dead 1, but it had, on that specific note, but it is, well, actually on a few different notes maybe, but it's been a long time since I've played Red Dead 1. Let's do... I don't like wasting that fire pot. Let's do, and see, that's going to destroy that. That doesn't kill anybody. Not that it's a problem. Okay, what if we can make it kill somebody? What if we hit this guy in the head with a rock?
Insert catchphrase here.
I got a rock. Okay, now... Pain Pinata. No, this still does very little damage, actually. Okay, let's make this guy very dead. Oh, can we, I really want to kick one guy into another guy, and there's no place to do that right now. Okay. Mia says that she looks better. Looks forward to knowing when it's her versus it's in the game. It takes some when you're in the moment. At least for me, it takes a minute. Like there'll be times when I'm like, I swear to God I got it, and then I'll realize, like, I've had it where, like, I'm so sure, but then I realize doing it over and over and over again, oh no, I'm just hitting it too late. Like this was never gonna work. Okay, can I kill this guy? Oh, look at this. 32 points of damage. That is exactly enough to kill this guy.
Mucho gusto. Sorry, babe. It's not you, it's me.
Okay, okay, that's 122 points of damage versus 90. Yeah, let's make sure that we get the most out of this.
Step right up.
But like there are those games that you'll play that when you're done, you will be better at using that controller or that control scheme than you were when you started. Like there will be a permanent upgrade to your skills based on the trial of making it through. Yeah, so I think the 169 is actually taking into account the Enfuego damage bonus. I have 2 card plays left. 160. Well, it's free. I don't have anything that does 200 points of damage. Okay, well, let's... Yeah, I would have loved Nightcrawler in this game. Doing, like, teleportation abilities. I think those would have been a ton of fun. Okay, so that's not quite enough there. We could mag dump him, but I'd rather mag dump the guy that has a lot more hit points.
Prejudice. I hope you're keeping score at home.
Okay, 206 points of damage. Man, what a waste. I've got 1 card play left, and that's not quite enough to kill that guy. I think we're probably better off... Not quite enough there. Let's redraw all together now. I want something that does like 50 points of damage. All right, mag dump. We'll do this. Ronan is asking Mia if she'll play Ori 2.
Stacking them deep today.
Ori 2 is something that I think I'll try at some point. Yeah, we're gonna have to move here. And then we can kick this into this guy.
Are we excited?
Ronan's saying it's more Hollow Knight, which I really like. So Hollow Knight was actually, Ronan, something that we picked up at during the Steam spring sale there. Yeah, I guess we'll do Death from Above.
Call the meat wagon.
Okay, that is pretty much all I've got. I could use this, but I don't even need the heroism off of it. I mean, I might as well just hold on to it. So we're going to let the round go. Mia is saying she'll play Ori 2 by setting a community challenge to 1 million points raised in 5 days. So you heard it here first. All we have to do is get... Okay, so this will hurt Deadpool because he's an idiot. Hold on a second. Do I have something that will knock back? Deadpool, why are you so effing stupid? Okay, so let's do this because then we'll at least kill that guy.
Bad luck for you,
Okay, now we've knocked a couple of these guys down that if we do a Pain Pinata, and we do it right there. Again, I'm specifically avoiding the explodey braziers. Oh! Hello, Salamander, and welcome Simulator, will you be doing some more Horizon tomorrow? I want to hit somebody harder than this, though. Right. Hold on. Right. Hit his chin. Yes.
Mama said knock you out.
All right. I'm not in the right position to jump off of this, unfortunately. We can absolutely mag dump that guy. Let's do a quick shot. We're just going to take this guy out and then maybe weaken up his friend.
Are we excited? I am really getting good at that.
Ronan is blaming the very high point level on that redemption on inflation. Yeah, it's rough. We can't even afford making Mia play a game that she'd hate. But no, I think that if we get enough new subscribers onto Mia's channel, we can absolutely make that happen. Let's make it a community challenge. If we can get several hundred more paying subscribers on Mia's channel, then we can make her play Ori 2. All right, this guy is ready to go, but not quite with a pain pinata. We could blow that. This is like, no, there's 2 turns remaining, so I don't want to, I want to save those until I can make use of them. So I guess we'll just hit this guy twice.
Step right up. Let that be a lesson to you.
Okay, maybe now we can use this. Oh no, I just used it. All right, 172 points. Well, there's one person that we can take out with this.
Insert catchphrase here. Right in the moneymaker.
Okay, so this is almost perfect, with the almost being, it's 206 points of damage against a guy with 209 hit points. But I think if we move over here and can knock him into the center platform there. Yep, there we go.
Don't worry, they're just sleeping.
And now all we got to do is, hold on, 122 points. That'll do it.
Allow me.
But yeah, I'll say this, like Grumpy had noted, and no spoilers, I'm not going to say anything spoilery related. Grumpy had said that Ori is known for having like extremely precise controls. I will say that I found them a little slippery, and I don't have a better word for it. I didn't find that they were like, when you press jump, Ori jumps. Like there's no animation priority onto it at all, and yet there was something about like the way that Ori would interact with walls where it just felt like everything was slightly greased. But, like, not running along. Like, if you let go of the stick, Ori stops. As you're not playing on an ice stage of Super Mario. It was difficult to quantify, to say, this is what it is. Boy, we don't get a kill here, but we get real damn close. I'm gonna do this.
With extreme
Thanks for the moonwalk, Deadpool.
Look how swool I am.
All right, and oh, I was gonna say, do we seriously not have a pain pinata? Because this is great. It does some damage to everybody and kills one dude, which is what we need.
About time.
Like specifically, and this is something that like we've mentioned in Mia's streams, but I'm not sure that she like fully understands how serious I am. In Ori, there'll be these like narrow pillars that sometimes what you want to do is like do a wall jump and get up on top of. Go back and watch my playthrough. I just couldn't. And I was coming to that directly off of Fist, which was a curious game. Like Fist is a little bit difficult to... Fist is a lot more combat oriented than Ori, because you have a lot more moves and a lot more combos. It feels functionally a little bit like what they might have been trying to do with the Mortal Kombat side-scrolling adventure games, where like there's a fairly robust combat system and also a Metroidvania happening. Yeah. So I really liked it. But it feels weird to say that the controls in that not nearly as platforming focused game felt much more precise to me than they did in Ori. And I don't feel like that's a knock against Ori, but Ori just had this I never mastered the momentum that Ori would pick up on some of the jumps that you can do in that game. Grumpy saying, I love to torment Mia almost as much as I love cows, but twisting Mia's arm into playing Ori 2 has got to be against the Geneva Convention. Okay, I feel like we've got this one in the bag. Like, I don't even think we need the rest of the braziers. Our abilities are going to do sufficient damage to roll us through this.
I am really getting good at that.
All right. Let's do this guy. I just want to make sure that I don't screw it up in some way that I wind up not having enough damage to finish this guy off.
Bad about that. Sorry, babe. It's not you, it's me.
All right, whether we got 1 or 2 levels, I was just sort of like moving through it there pretty quickly. I like it because we get our characters leveled up to where they should be. It would be interesting to do this game like Jab had said, where you really just focus on a couple characters and don't really interact with the rest, because I don't even know, I don't feel like I know how the auto leveling actually works. Okay. That is everything setting us up for, I think, the next story mission, because everybody's talking about Transia. Let's go hit it. New ability to upgrade. No, that's the, I mean, no, let's look at it, but I'm pretty sure that's the heroic that I don't want to do, or I can't afford right now. Yeah, lots of heroic upgrades for Magic. Lots of heroic upgrades for Logan. Okay, now, do I have an upgraded Reaper?
Not
I
everyone
don't.
wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way.
On KO, gain 1 strengthened? Yeah, I feel like we can make that work.
We need any advantage we can get.
And... oh, Morbius. Right, heroic. And nothing new here. Okay. That's everybody's. Oh, by the way, did I mention this? I think I did at the very start of the episode. They did fix Venom's tongue.
More chit-chat.
Which is a curious sentence to say, but that's one of the things that was patched, apparently. Let's save it up real quick. It's going to save over this one. Also, I really do like Chivalry's emotes, where it's like Groomfy and Mia. Is there a, like a Moo one? That would be funny if there was a Moo one, but it's just M-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O.
You're our driver, Robbie.
Okay, I think we can do... No, we still have to do a general mission. Okay. I have no concerns about doing a general mission.
The Hellride doesn't take diesel.
I think we kind of want to do... Yeah, wait. So what do we want to do? We want to do a mission preferably with Morbius, Scarlet Witch, and Iron Man, because we need to do a co-op task with Iron Man.
Is there anything you can tell us about Transia that might give us an edge?
No.
Transia is a country...
Okay, so that doesn't appear to be something that we can do, because none of those characters are available to us. Okay, so plan B, let's get Iron Man in there, because we have a time limit on that. Let's do supply run, because I like the intel cache that we're going to get off of this.
The coffee shop cinnamon blend.
Okay, let's do this, and I think if we do one more Scarlet Witch, isn't there an ability to view? I think if we do one more Scarlet Witch mission, then we can get a new research. So we're going to do that. And let me just double check that Iron Man has his... Yes, air superiority. Let's also look at his customization. Do we have any new Iron Man abilities? Or skins? Let's grab this one. That looks pretty cool. And did we ever even look at Scarlet Witches? I don't think we ever did. No. That's not too bad. I kind of like the... It's the red of the hair and the green of the everything else. That looks pretty good. As does that. This looks like she accidentally cast some sort of glamour on herself that made her into like a Doctor Strange alike with that color scheme. Okay, I do actually really like that. I don't know why it's called Restrained, because the colors are a lot more vibrant. I actually really like that one. She is the first character that makes the all white look good. I mean, it's mostly white. And then we've got that. I want to get this one. I like that one. Okay, now we're going to go. Grumpy's got to lurk, got to be a dad for like 2 minutes. Well, Grumpy, hopefully we'll still be playing in 120 seconds. Otherwise, we will see you soon. There is no moo emote yet. Also, let me just move mouse cursor out of the way.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
I see what you're talking about.
The last time we did a variation on this, Sin Mother, whatever they're called, showed up and murdered Blade a lot, so... Fox says they fixed Venom's tongue. Angel, please.
Oh, I can handle that.
Okay. I like Chaos Field as an opener. Allies near Scarlet Witch gain 1 resist and recover 166 health at the end of the turn. We have to end near her, but it gives us 2 heroism. It feels like a pretty good opener. As does Quick Blast, which we can redraw to add knockback. But based on the angle, we wouldn't be able to knock that guy back into anything. Let's do Chaos Field. Now the only question is, do we have to end next to Scarlet Witch, or is it just when she casts it? Because I kind of feel like it's when she casts it. Boy, yes, hold on. If we could get Thwip, we could actually get the thing right here, because we could tie him down. So let's take... I hate to use my move to just, like, sidle up next to Scarlet Witch. We can't throw that at anybody. Okay, let's do Opportunist. Ronan says, sounds like we should buy you the DLC so that you can go right into it when you finish. Oh, wait, Sam Lander's saying the DLC is supposed to drop less than 6 months from now. Oh, that's the new Horizon. I didn't know they were doing a DLC for it. I'm not surprised to hear it, though. Let's tie this guy down.
I'm on it.
I do feel pretty amazing.
And then if we grab the recover supplies... And to finish things off, if we now move Spider-Man back here... Hold on, let me just double... Oh, no, we're out of card plays. I was going to say that we could do this with Scarlet Witch. that's actually kind of it. I guess we can throw this guy into that guy. That takes one attack off the table. This might not have been a good strategy because this is a lot of people that are now going to be able to attack us. We can blow that. It sort of hurts this guy. It's not terrible. If we... Nope, we can't really shove that. We could drop this on this dog. We could... No, it doesn't really help us. We could blow that, but that's just going to cause that guy to split. And he's going to split on his own anyway. 210 points of damage. We can kill this guy. How many free attacks does he get? Oh, next 3 environmental attacks. Okay. Yeah, then let's
Here we go again.
She will sustain us.
And then if we go here and then jump off of this and hit this guy, that takes another dude off the table. Okay, we're not out of free attacks. Wow, this is a really good ability. So we could blow this. Man, if only she was a little bit further in. If we blow this, though, I mean, we still do a lot of damage to her, and then when they equalize their hit points, there's fewer to go around. I kind of like that. Alternatively... Yeah, no, I can't really hit her closer into the explosion. No. Oh! I do like this because I'll tell you why. Right now, she's due to draw somebody else into their soul link, but if we taunt her, then she doesn't do that. Okay, who's everybody attacking? We've got 2 attacks against Scarlet Witch. We've got 1 guy that's going to split either himself or an ally, and then this is a Spider-Man attack. So yeah, nobody's attacking Iron Man. Let's have Iron Man taunt an enemy. This guy, because if we can stop them from like drawing somebody else into their split, it's really good.
Hey, it worked, didn't it?
Okay, and I'm gonna blow this up so that we damage that person.
Looks like it's up to me.
Ronan says that sounds like we should buy you the DLC to Samalander. Ronan saying can't give games on PlayStation. Why is that, do you think? Is it just because they're worried about no, now we've expended all of our free ones. Yeah, why make him split early, I feel? Is there anything we want to redraw? Not really.
We will feast upon your blood. We can wait no more.
Oh, right, I forgot that they heal themselves.
Reinforcements inbound.
Now, hopefully he doesn't get to move and like throw up a shield.
Still gonna try that?
Okay, so if we move Scarlet Witch... Wait, why can't Scarlet Witch do this? Oh, because I don't have enough heroism. I was going to say, I still want to do Chaos Field, like, a lot. I'm not going to worry about recovering the supplies. We need to, like, thin out the ranks here. Specifically, getting rid of these guys. I don't have anything that does 205 points of damage. 76. Boy, if she was a little bit lower, we could do that. Okay, let's redraw on Quick Blast and then use it on this guy. No, that makes him split. Hold on, that's not really good. Then we just get 2 of those guys. Well, hold on, but that's not bad. Would they? So if we half this, it's 100 and change. So we still can't chain strike them to death. Let's do Hex Bolt. If we do Hex Bolt, nope. If we do Hex Bolt on this guy twice, he splits, but at that point they're gonna have what is that, 60 odd hit points, and then we can chain strike both halves.
Your actions have consequences.
Assuming that they're not too far away from one another.
I know that wasn't your signature move.
I probably should have thought about that a moment ago. Okay, I have an idea. We're gonna kick this dog in between the 2 of them. And now I think we can chain strike 1, 2, 3. Chain strike plus 1, 2, 3, and as an added benefit, 4.
Here comes the heat.
Maybe you and Strange should team up for a stage act.
Okay, I've got 1 card play left. This guy's going to attack Iron Man, and when he does so, he's going to get back a lot of hit points. I can kick this into him, and then possibly do like a, what's the phrase I'm thinking of? Do like a Quick Blast? Yeah, let's try this. So we're going to move Iron Man. Oh, I've used my move. I don't feel like there's anything that I want to... Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to Quick Blast this guy.
Sure, why not?
Okay, that was awesome.
Platform Platypus hates the duplicator dudes with a passion. They definitely require a different, like, thought pattern. Like, how do you make sure that you're splitting them up in a way that they can't duplicate their friends so easily? If this wasn't our last card play, that'd be really good. Surgical Strikes. Chain 2, 1 for each Iron Man card hand in the card. That is almost enough to kill that dude, and not quite enough. I like my original plan. What I need is a move in order to do it. Oh, wait. What I need is a move. I need a move to get Scarlet Witch right here. So I need to discard something, and I'm going to discard... I'm gonna oh, I really don't want to discard this one. Let's discard Surgical Strike to get a move. And then Scarlet Witch can move... Please tell me that's in range of both of them. We're gonna try it. And now do Chaos Field. Okay, yeah, we get both of them. So this gives them 1 resist, so both of them will not take damage from the first strike against them, and we'll get 2 heroism, which sets us up well for the next turn.
You do the same for me.
That was refreshing.
Okay, that's everything. Yeah, that's everything.
It is time. Now is it time.
Those were two really good attacks to resist.
That won't slow me down.
Holy hell, Spider-Man. She's like, wait, I thought we were friends.
I think we've got company.
Yeah, the shield guys, I love the fact that they lose health when they put up their shields.
Haven't lost interest in me.
Okay, so Spider-Man really took a pounding.
Another truck is about to leave. You know what to do.
Okay, that sucks. So we have to get that on this turn. Hero combo is really good. Oh, but this one doesn't have Iron Man in it, so it's not quite as good. Damage each enemy near Scarlet Witch. It's only 83 points of damage. We don't have a lot of environment attacks left. So what are our options? This guy has 188 points of damage. If we wallop him really hard with a hero combo, then we can use our second play to get the truck. And I feel like we have to do that. I don't know how Spider-Man... here's how Spider-Man survives. We give him Vampiric Essence.
Looks like you could use this.
It's good to have friends.
Hello to Edwin Tiong, who says, and please forgive me if I mispronounced that in any way, I tend to leave them alone until I'm absolutely sure I can kill them in one hit, by which time there's 4 of them on the field, so that's a bad plan. Platform Platypus focuses on them first, doesn't mind the big boys or the lifeline connected ones nearly as much. And then Edwin Tiong is saying, yes, the Bad Touch Sisters. So, like, if not for this current situation, we could probably end that last duplicator pretty handily. Here's what we're gonna do. Spider-Man, you kick this dog into that guy to... Well, hold on. Is there anybody better to do that with? Oh, a little bit. Yeah, hold on. New plan. That's 2 attacks we don't have coming up against
You didn't leave me much choice.
Iron Man. Okay. Now, I think hero combo against this guy so that we can get the truck.
Come on, we can do it.
Maybe we overdid it.
Okay. Second card play should be recover supplies, I think. Wow, all of that for a single blueprint, like a common blueprint too. And I probably should have done that with any other person than Spider-Man.
Hydra a lesson while you're there.
Okay, so Hexfield would be fun right here. I would need a move, but actually I don't think that I have any option to do a move. Apply 2 weak. I do like the sound of that right now. Oh, and I like the sound of this even more, because we do a little bit of extra damage to both those guys and take one dude out. This messes that guy up, but I bet that his copy will then split another guy. That's usually what they do when you have 2 of them. I don't have anything that does 205 points of damage right now. Yeah, that's pointless. That's pointless. This takes one full attack off the field. The two sisters are going to attack Spider-Man and Iron Man, respectively. But both of them will be able to survive that. And the Mimic's also going to attack Iron Man and get a bunch of hit points back. We'll just have to deal with that. I feel like this is my best play right now. Although the 2 week, though, man, the 2 week, that is... I think that's better. I think getting 2 weak on one of these guys... Yeah, we're going to do this instead.
I'm going for it.
He's going to take a little bit of damage there from his wound. But on the whole, he does okay. And I've already used my discard. I don't have any additional moves. Target enemy that will be KO'd if knocked into a drop for free. Yeah, we don't... That was a dumb item for me to bring because we don't have anybody that generates drops. And that... Yeah, we can't throw that guy. We can... Moves... No, we can't move Spider-Man over here. Yeah, no, that's everything. That's everything we've got. No more moves, no more... I guess I could do some redraws, but... Okay, I did not realize that the resist was going to repeat on the next turn. I thought that was a one and done.
Nothing major.
So either Edwin or Platform Platypus, have you, without any spoilers, have you done the Morbius DLC? Because I just started that during this episode, and surprisingly, I'm already into it. Okay. I can chain this twice on that dude. It doesn't feel super useful. I really want to do a lot of damage to that guy. I feel like I move Scarlet Witch over here and I throw that dumpster into that dude. Alternatively, this would do plus 38 damage and plus 2 moves. Yeah, I'm going to do Opportunist. Because that gives us more options after we kick the dumpster. And it's free for Spider-Man. So let's bring Spider-Man... Yeah, let's bring Spider-Man over here. Edwin hasn't tried Morbin out yet. So if I do this, he physically moves over there, right? Yeah, so I don't want to do that yet. Okay, so we didn't quite get lined up correctly. Let's move here. Okay, now we can kick this into this guy. Oh, and this actually kills him. I don't want to hit the generator if I don't. Okay. If I have to choose between wasting the generator or, like, killing him, I'll waste the generator. Like, we'd rather have this guy totally out.
Take that!
Okay, now I think we can drop the post on that guy.
Try this on for size.
I like that he delivers his one-liner and then thinks for a moment. Platform Platypus just did the main game playthrough and finished a little over a week ago. Yeah, I'm actually thinking, having done, like, by the time that this is done, I will have done 3 out of the 4 DLCs. I might actually revisit this game, even if I finished it. This is free, so we're going to do it. To do the Storm DLC when it comes out. Like, I might keep it installed. That's very uncommon, but feels worthwhile. Okay. We do this, it increases 40% for 2 turns. Then we could do Hex Field which would do 105 points of damage to both of these guys, I think. Alternatively, yeah, what if we move Spider-Man over here? And... okay, we're not quite in range, but we can get a little bit closer range. I just want to make sure that Scarlet Witch is able to... darn it! Okay, that didn't move. I was aiming for the far corner, which almost worked. Let's use... so, Scarlet Witch, if we move you over here... nope. Yeah, they're too far away, but we increase that by 40%, we can make it work. So, let's do Unleashed.
Perfect.
And now we're gonna... nope. Move you right here. Now, wait, before I do this, because that's going to taunt this guy, so how do I feel about that? She's got... can move for free. Okay, yeah, no, this is fine. Hold on, what if we did the Marquardt? What if we pulled him into her? Yeah, that's still not a lot of damage. Okay, yeah, we're just going to do regular Hex Field and hit both of those guys. It's not a lot of damage against him, but it's basically 210 points of damage we inflict on the field. This is, by the way, Edwin, also my first playthrough. Okay, that's it. And there's no benefit to redrawing this one.
Mother said you would be delicious. We honor our family. For the blood.
Okay, Iron Man's not looking too steady on his feet right now.
I think they like me.
If target was damaged this turn, plus 98 damage. Precision. This is free. It costs 2 heroism, which I have a lot. Redraw to reduce heroism by 1. Let's redraw it, and then we're gonna play it.
That'll work. Don't mind if I do.
Special delivery. We can pull her into him, and then that puts her down. Un-KO +1 moves. I do like the sound of that. Or no, this is way better. Why was I not doing this by default?
Coming at you.
There's your Soulbound.
To restore our strength.
Platform Platypus is saying, how do you guys like oh, I really like this game. Platypus, I'm really enjoying it. Okay. Now we've got one dude left, 332 points of damage. I can... yeah, Hex Charge feels like not great. This guy's going to attack Iron Man. So I very much need him to do damage to somebody who is not Iron Man. Hey, Spider-Man. Can you drop this post on her? Well, I guess Scarlet Witch can do it, which is fine.
Let's try this.
Okay, that puts him into kill territory. He's now been damaged earlier this round, so quick kick isn't quite gonna get him. Oh, but knock him into the truck will.
I know that wasn't your signature move.
I'd say that was a very successful outing. Good work.
Edwin is saying, love it quite a bit. Great use of the characters for sure. Need more Marvel dating games. Yeah, this is not a criticism. It is like Man, because I don't get the sense that there's any, like, actual romance options. I've been comparing this game on and off to a Persona game, which isn't 100%, but, you know, it's got some time management about, like, you've got these units of time, and how are you going to use it? Your interpersonal relationships go on to boost up your abilities in combat and stuff. Like, there's some cool stuff in the game that is reminiscent of the elements that I like about Persona. Book club meeting? Nobody invited me to this before. Okay, let's talk around.
How's it going?
Oh, but like what I was saying is that the thing that we don't have is dating. Like in every Persona game, 3, 4, and 5, there would be one character that my character would then, you know, wind up, you know, being into a romantic relationship with, and I always liked seeing how those would play out, and then that was sort of like canonically part of that high school story. It's a little bit of a bummer that I don't get the sense that, like, in my head, my Hunter is kind of has a thing for Blade, but I don't think that we're going to get a chance to see that play out, and that it's not a criticism, just like, oh man, that would have been cool.
Will I see you at the meeting?
Maybe. Depends how bored I am.
I have literally no memory of what book we were assigned to read.
I wouldn't have guessed we'd become such fast friends, Hunter, but I welcome your company.
Are you heading to the meeting?
Yeah, I'll be there shortly.
Did you read today's book?
Of course, but you'll get nothing out of me until the meeting.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to do this because he wasn't in on the one thing that we did. Let me just check our chests. Yep, we're gonna grab that one. Edwin says there's a bit of a ship tease between almost every character in the game with Hunter. Yeah, like, depending on what options you choose, things, you know, wander into the slightly flirty, and then it's a little bit of a bummer that you don't get to do that. And when I say that, by the way, I'm not, like, it would have been nice just to have, like, the rise of, like, a romantic interest in the game. I don't perceive there to be any value over the characters consummating that relationship, and it always seems kind of embarrassing when they do. But something like a Persona where the characters cross over from being friends into being something more, and we completely went the wrong way. And it just sort of like becomes part of the story and the relationship for them. It doesn't even have to have any gameplay impact. It just feels like it's part of the story. I think that would have been cool. I don't know if maybe Marvel didn't want them to do it, or if the people who wrote the game were like, nah, we can do without. You know, it's end of the world stuff. We don't need to have a, you know, an added complexity onto it. Because there's plenty of else. You know, there's plenty of else in the game. Other things to occupy. Okay, got a new focusing beacon to replace the one that I spent. I will take it. Let's grab this one. ... Here. Oh, is this not a good position for this one? Oh. So I have to say that on this end, I don't feel like I noticed. They did some optimization in this latest patch. I can't say that outside of, like, the mirror being less pervy that I noticed too much in the way of, like, the game running differently. I don't know if there's anything evident to you guys on stream. Games always run great for a good long while now, so I'm glad that they continue to optimize it. The good news is no crashes. I don't know if you guys had any crashes, but I had a few, and they were distressing. Platypus, did I read this aloud? It said you spend a lot of time alone painting or stargazing with the characters. Yeah, I think my headcanon is going to be that Hunter continues having a thing for Blade, but also recognizes that Blade's heart belongs to Captain Marvel. Okay. I think that's everything to do for tonight, so let's do book club.
Coming to book club tonight?
You know it.
Meet you there.
See you there.
Oh, wasn't it Wolverine? Did Wolverine assign a book this time? No, we read his. Whose book was this one?
I was up all night finishing this book. I should have read it earlier.
Yeah, my plan backfired. Thought choosing a weird book would drive people away.
Why would you do that?
More punch for the rest of us.
Okay, it was his weird book.
Why have I not heard of Crash Morgan? I know it's an older book, but this is exactly the kind of story I like.
I thought Logan might bail. But I told him we bring more snacks this time. I have him figured out. Can we start?
I am ready.
All right, Logan, I need to know. Why did you choose this book?
I'll tell you, just not yet. I want to hear what you thought of this book.
It was written in the 1940s, so I expected some repugnant attitudes and phrases. But it surprised me. The writing was simple, yet the story was deeper than it had any right to be.
What was your favorite part?
It's in the chapter where Crash and the princess escape the Zorgots. The next morning, they see the sun rise and Mars rising beside it. When the princess asks what the future holds and Crash just stares at Mars as it eclipses the sun, it gave me chills.
Is it just me, or do the stellar bodies represent their time together?
Absolutely. The time they have together is fleeting. I think this is where Crash first realizes there's no future for the two of them. Anyway, I think the moment gets lost when the Zorgots deploy their Null Stalkers.
I don't get why the robot dog didn't warn them. I thought it could talk.
Not until number 19, the minefields of the reticulates. It's a whole thing.
Got it. So, what's the idea with Crash's promise?
What about it?
When Crash apprehends Glaxogorp, they have a tense conversation in the back of the flypod. Crash says there's a way the Zorgots can leave the moon with everything they want, but the princess must take the throne. Then Crash vows that no queen of royal blood shall ever rule Deimos. Glaxogorp agrees, but why? Crash breaks the vow in the next chapter.
I don't know why this would be true. All queens are of royal blood. Unless that's a rule in the book. I didn't read it.
Glaxogorp agrees because all Zorgots know Crash never lies.
Isn't that the point? Crash cares so deeply for the princess that even a vow can be broken. And how does that tie into the Hydro gunfight at the top of the space scraper?
Really? You don't see it?
I do.
They're shapeshifters.
Who?
Crash and Glaxogorp.
No.
Yep.
But then, when do they...
The Hydro gunfight. Crash gets hit in the helmet and goes down. And what happens whenever Crash is unconscious?
The helmet changes color. Turns bronze like the suit.
Right. Then Glaxogorp pulls up on the rocket sled and takes Crash and the princess into custody. That's when they make the switch. Crash and Glaxogorp change form, but where do they stash the princess?
This really is the Calvin ball of stories. Also, what is this? Is someone standing on the couch right now? This would be more interesting.
It is obvious. They put her in Crash's suit.
Exactly. Crash won't need it to survive because they're within the bubble city. So we get to the Deimos Council meeting. The princess refuses the throne and declares her love for Crash, who is the princess in Crash's suit. When they embrace, the false princess deactivates the Magna Manacles binding Crash. But Crash nabs the Star Scepter from the fake princess, activates the suit's Zoom vest, and smashes through the monoculars.
So, if that's the actual princess, she escapes. But who is the false princess?
That's a shape-shifted Glaxogorp. Without the Star Scepter, Deimos can't crown their queen.
Right. She never wanted it, and the Zorgots definitely don't want it. Glaxogorp, posing as the princess, can steer Deimos away from war.
And when the fake Glaxogorp vows the Star Scepter shall be restored to the princess, that's actually Crash.
So Crash made 2 vows and broke neither of them. The cliffhanger with Glaxogorp chasing Crash's ship is actually Crash returning to the princess so they can escape Deimos.
You got it. They reveal the switcheroo at the beginning of number 6, Attack of the Intergalactic Space Weasels.
Clever. I like it more now. And that's where we'll call it for tonight.
How did they get the voice actors to read this book?
Because it's fun.
No other reason?
Every book doesn't need to be a teachable moment.
Fair enough.
I almost wish this book was a comic instead. I would have liked to see the monoculus.
My book was the best of them.
You have only been to 2 meetings.
Yeah, but you know I'm right.
Like, most outtakes for, like, voice acting is like, oh, they flub a line or they start laughing or something like that. The outtakes for that scene had to be, like, Erica Lindbeck, like, the fuck is this shit? What is anyone talking about right now?
You did not mention a book for next time.
Yeah, with everything going on, I'm gonna put book club on a hiatus.
Boo.
Until things are less apocalyptic.
I am gonna miss this. Good idea. I like the good ideas grayed out. I don't think it's a good idea.
I hope we come back to this in the future.
Same here. Books are a gourmet meal for thought. Not to call anyone out, but you just can't feed your mind gristle.
I don't really like either of these answers, to be honest.
Who else would you invite if you could?
There's a lawyer who got me out of a bad situation a few years back. Smart as a whip, picks up on subtle things even I tend to miss. As long as the books we read have Braille copies, I could convince him. Actually, I need to thank you for sticking around since the beginning. For all your help with Carol.
Of course.
I don't get close to many people. I never get into relationships. That's not a rule I ever break. But I did with Carol. Beyond all the reasons, I find her amazing. Do you know why?
Okay, again, I don't like these because he's clearly not into her because she's an Avenger. That doesn't seem to hold any cachet for him at all. And of course she would know what you see in her. Like, why is this marked as joke? Like, it seems really earnest. She's exactly the sort of person that Blade would like. I guess I'm gonna go with this because I don't like joking at Blade, who's always like deathly serious over something that matters so much to him.
She is Earth's mightiest hero. It is difficult to compete with that.
Not at all. I have no interest in that.
Yeah, I know.
Then why?
Vampires fight dirty. They'll kill whoever you love just because they can. If they really want you to suffer, they'll turn your true love into one of them. That's why dating me is a death sentence, and I refuse to put that weight on anyone. But can you imagine some pissant vampire trying to chow down on Captain Marvel? First, his fangs would snap off on contact with her skin, then she'd just chuck it into space. No hiding from the sun out there. There's no way they can ever touch her. But it's not just that.
It is you. She is safe from you.
Yeah. I never break my rule because I know deep down there's a chance I could lose control. But with Carol, hell, she could hold me over her head till I was myself again. Wouldn't even break a sweat.
That is kind of tragic, because I was thinking here, it feels like one of the reasons that he's into Carol, like what he's confessing here, is because he considers her viable. Like, that's different than what I thought. I thought that he admired her because she was smart and self-directed and humble and like duty driven, which is something that I think that he would put a lot of like respect into. What it feels like he's confessing here is that she's one of the only people that he would consider dateable because he can't be with anybody else safely, and that's really sad.
I am so sorry to hear that.
Please don't. I have no sympathy for the monster inside me, and neither should you. This isn't really about me.
It is about everybody else?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you joined me for all of this. Maybe next time the world is ending, I'll start a sparring club.
A sparring club? Is that just training with a fancy name?
You saw right through me. You calling it?
Yeah.
That is it for me.
Later then.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if and hello to Agraxis. Agraxis, I hope that you've had a nice Thursday so far. I'm really looking forward to the weekend. Edwin and Platypus, if you haven't seen this yet, they appear to have screwed up the card flipping animation. So watch this. It just sort of like blinks for a second. It, at least the cards do present. I think Rapid Healing is probably the one that we want to go with. Yeah, we can meld this together. Agraxis says, that seems like I don't think I have that one. Agraxis is saying, it's been a wild day. I did pick this game up, by the way. I'm about 4 days in, pretty wild. Awesome. Agraxis, I will let you guys know, there is almost no compliment that could be higher to me than I saw you playing this game and it looked cool and I decided to pick it up myself. Because that's, anybody that hasn't heard this, one of the goals, one of the things that makes me want to stream is to share these experiences with you guys. I'm playing this for the first time. I'm really enjoying it. I love the fact that my enjoyment of it has inspired somebody else to say, oh, that does look like fun. Like, I want to pick it up. I was actually thinking during that, like, when Blade dropped his Daredevil reference there, specifically what I was thinking of, like, the fact that this game has not sold very well and that now Jake Solomon has left Firaxis makes it extremely unlikely that we will ever get a follow-up to this. And can't you just think of 100 other superheroes that you would like to see in here? It wouldn't even necessarily be about expanding the cast. Like, this is something that could have been a franchise of, like, while these guys were doing this, what was Thor up to? What was Daredevil doing? She-Hulk couldn't Hulk out for a while, but maybe later on in the story she does show up. There's Ant-Man. There's 1,000 characters. Nightcrawler. There's so many characters that could have been in this and aren't because there has to be a logical limit. Or screw what's happening during this time period. Tell another completely brand new story set in the same universe. It has such potential, and the gameplay mechanics are so well realized. Oh, and Agraxis did totally crank up the colorblind mode. That's another thing, Agraxis. I am so glad that I was able to, like, demonstrate that that's in here. I think it's awesome that they put those types of accessibility options in, because it's more people that get to play and enjoy the game. The thing that I regret is not necessarily being able to show it off well, because I don't have a firm understanding of, what all those options are, but I was glad that I was able to show that they exist, and that was able to be one of the, at least one of the elements that made you say, hey, this is something that I can play and enjoy.
What have you got for me, boss?
Agraxis says what I did showed exactly what they needed to see. I'm very glad for that.
Sometimes I even impress myself.
Okay, new ability, Detonate. Detonate an explosive with 100% increased damage and radius. Okay, I really like that. Okay, so we're gonna pick up Detonate for sure.
Automate this process and take myself out of the loop here.
So apparently I do have a web slinger. I'm going to redraw Blast, because I definitely know that I wouldn't want them. I'm going to redraw Quick Blast. Oh, I only have one reroll. Okay, let's pick up Web Slinger then. Okay, research, because we went on an extra mission with Wanda. Chaos magic is challenging to control, to say the least. For your run-of-the-mill magus or shaman, I would call it foolhardy in the extreme. Indeed, I would say the outcome, I think that must be wood, could very well be lethal. But you stand before Stephen Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, Blessed Herald of the Vishanti. Give me 8 hours of peace and quiet, and I'll bang this thing out by morning. Double the damage of a hero's next environmental ability. Oh, that would be super good on a Spider-Man quest.
I have always
Mission with
found that
Spider-Man
area
is what I
of
was thinking
research
there.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm happy to help, Hunter.
Okay, let's go do our yard stuff for sure. Platform Platypus says, worst part of the game? Tony's mustache.
Hey, Hunter. Have you seen Cap around?
Should I be looking for him?
No, this is good. I've been playing pranks on everyone.
Pranks?
You know, jokes. Trying to keep everyone on their toes. Plus, it's fun. I hid Cap's America's #1 dad mug someplace he'll never find it.
I don't want to go one step further. It sounds like one step further would really be vicious, like smashing it. This sounds fun. I mostly do the dark side things, but...
That sounds like fun.
Oh, it is. You can even help me with my next target.
Who?
Carol. I was thinking about moving everything in her room just half an inch to the left.
But she will not notice such a small change.
But she will when we do it every day for a week.
Very nice.
Was hoping you'd say that. So long as it's simple and in good fun, I'm gonna keep causing a little mayhem.
Keep it fun.
That's the plan.
Yeah, see, when she's like, oh, we could go one step further, it's like, I don't even want to know what she might recommend there.
There's 2 months I'll never get back. We better win this thing.
Also, shout out to Marquack, who was able to clarify that Captain America is the same voice actor, Brian Bloom, I think he said, that played Central in XCOM. I still don't know what it was about that one line of dialogue that was like, oh my god, I think that's Sweater Vest Guy from XCOM. But, like, I haven't heard it since then. Captain America does not sound like, what's the character's actual name in XCOM? It doesn't matter, just Central. He doesn't sound like that guy, but there was one line where his inflection was just close enough.
This could be carnage.
Oh, we have to make sure his tongue is not screwed up.
Now we are ready for the real thing.
Because it's always screwed up in this. It's still fucked up. This was specifically in the patch notes, I want you guys to know. Brian Bloom, seriously? Brian Bloom is also the voice of Eddie? Jesus Christ. Holy, I never would have thought that, Edwin.
Time's wasting, Hunter.
Wow, we've got a lot of
got
attack
something
essence.
For everyone.
Like, we've got so much attack essence, it's seriously worth thinking about, like, replicating something at the forge. So, yeah, let's do rapid healing for sure. That's why I got it.
Let's see him try to handle me now.
And I might even do an upgrade to that, like an ability mod.
Ready to work?
Rapid healing. It's 125 skill. Let me take a look around through first, because I haven't even hardly ever used that.
Ready for more?
Maybe.
Don't stress it too much. There's no wrong answers here.
So, hold on. Let me take a look here.
Later.
No, not customization. Edit deck. Oh, I do have an upgraded hex bolt. Okay, that's why. Apply 2 mark to every enemy in an area. That seems really good. I might swap out quick toss for that. Yeah. Let's get hex mark in there. Because, you know, when the enemies are marked, it means that they, if you knock them out, you refund the card play. Which we've seen how potent that can be. Hex charge, you know what? Hex charge I'm not actually all that into. Another attack in there? Hold on, I might put quick toss back in. Yeah, because that hex charge... What's the upgrade on this, though? View details. Yeah, the whole, like, waiting for them to explode... I guess that would be really good against a minion, causing them to explode and cause 166 points of damage to, like, multiple enemies around them. But it's so reliant on positioning. That's what I'm sort of in and out about. So I'm going to pass on that one for now. And then Chaos Reigns. Enemies... Whoa! Hold on. Hold on. Do I have 2 of those? No, I've only got the 1. That's a really good ability. Enemies within the area of attack attack each other? That's really good. Like, that's super good. That's her heroic? Yeah. So I think I actually want to craft an extra hex bolt. Because her hex bolt ability is really good, provided that you can get it, like queued up. Get it, like, ramped up.
What are we building today?
I can't with the hammer. I'm so sorry, you guys. Let's do, yeah, hex bolt. Because this is so cheap to do one of these.
Not exactly an infinity
Okay, do I
stone,
want
but
hex field?
I assume through some sort of elaborate computer-aided
If I had a
precision
choice,
manufacturing
I would
process.
get the thing that makes her area of
Well,
effect
that's how it is
larger.
now, sure, but the very first one,
Oh,
I
that's
hammered out with
unleashed.
my own 2
And I have
hands.
one.
Oh, that seems
Hold
improbable.
on. Unleashed.
You're a wizard.
Which is already upgraded. Yeah, if anything, I might mod Unleashed then. That is one accessibility option that I would like, to remove the hammer sound in that particular scene. I guess it's not a big deal because I just, like, turn the headphones all the way down, but that's the one thing in this game that actually puts me on edge. Yeah, let's upgrade this. So now we get, anytime this comes up and we've got 2 of them, we can start to, like, ramp that up pretty quickly.
Nice to get some time to take it to the next level.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say that this is cheap enough that I do want to apply it. Redraw to cure or draw last attack. Let's do draw last attack, because imagine doing Hexbolt and then doing this and then doing Hexbolt again, or like her area of effect burst.
A welcome enhancement.
Okay, and then we could also do an upgrade to Hexbolt, causing her to recover health. That seems really good. Oh, no, that's what she already has. So Hex Field would damage every enemy, and the other Hexbolt. Let's upgrade Hex Field. Because, again, I've got, like, a lot of attack essence. Increased damage, yes.
Don't worry about me. I'll meditate until you're ready.
Okay. 110 damage to everybody around her, combined with the, like, radius upgrade that we just picked up. We're turning her basically into a nuke, and I'm here for it. Okay. I think that's enough crafting for right now. Yes, let's do the intel cache. Whoops. Grab this.
I'm gonna feel our work out tomorrow and the next day.
It's not that he sounds nothing like Captain America or Central. It's just that he sounds different enough that I just... Oh man, Jab got booted. Has anybody else had any connectivity problems this evening?
Hey!
What's the latest intel? Well, this was educational, in a terrible way.
I also like the little stories that we get here from the hero
Pick
ops.
a bad guy. Any bad guy.
Okay, so pause for a second. As always, let's take a look to see.
Thanks,
so I
Hunter.
want to bring Iron Man out. I want to do a hero thing with him. Also, I want to do a mission with Morbius. But the next mission is actually going to be a story mission, I think. So who's going to come on that one? It actually doesn't tell me, except that it's going to be Hunter. And I don't want to go into it because then it's going to play the cutscene, and then I'll feel like we want to be locked into it. So I could do this. That would be a Morbius mission. Okay, maybe we'll do this next. All right, so we're going to make sure that we don't send Morbius on the mission.
We're ready to make a move.
Oh, I didn't read it. Moon Knight is asking for help in a personal matter. Shadow Knight has fallen into your Lilith's hands. Don't think for a moment that I care for my brother, but a part of me can't let him
If we
be
had some
Lilith's
rookies,
pawn.
I'd say send them out for the experience. But I think we're past that.
Okay, so we've only got a couple characters that can do this. Let's send Venom. Sure.
Remember to scratch my back.
Okay, Nick Fury passed along an urgent request from Maria Hill, currently stationed in Transia. We're spread thin out here and need immediate assistance from superhero teams with some knowledge of what's happening in Transia. Send them my way and I'll put them to work. Well, if we had to send somebody with knowledge of Transia, I would think that Scarlet Witch would be the one. So we're going to send her.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Okay, shield exchange, because sometimes there's some cool stuff in here. So I can buy more intel. I don't feel like I really need it, but I probably need the intel more than the credits. So sure, let's buy that. And then... yeah, I'm going to buy an extra gamma coil. Someday soon I will be sad that I don't have more money than I have, but right now I've got it to burn. Zenesty is going to dip. Zenesty, it was great to meet you. I hope that maybe we'll see you again someday. And otherwise, I hope you have a great evening and a great sustenance.
Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work.
Oh wait, Edwin, did I do it wrong? Did I swap
The
intel
latest
for
advancements
credits?
From the mind
Oops.
of genius Tony Stark, and they're all for you.
Okay, so I think Feeding Frenzy is probably a good lock. Yes. It'll be a while before we can upgrade it. Consume all bleed on the target. Yeah. Let's get that upgraded. Detonate is not something that I've done a lot with, but we've only got one of it. The other option would be Immolate, because it is a purple. I'm not using it. So, you know what? I could burn this to get some more skill points, skill cards. Yeah, I'm going to grab Immolate just because it's more valuable for us to burn, and then we can upgrade people like Morbius and their stuff. Yeah, I probably did that backwards. Oops. Nope, we don't need that. And research is... so our next research that we'd like to do is
just as well
3 missions with Morbius. And the next one's going to be a story mission with him, so we'll get that done. Okay, let's check our chests. Grab this. The good news is, I remember feeling that there was like 1 million corpse flowers out here, and now there's none. So I guess I picked them all into extinction. I hope that they resupply at some point. How do I get down there? I legit have no idea. And yet we've certainly been down there, so we're looking for this path over here. Here we go. Yeah, for what it's worth, for anybody who, like, for whom this might be their first episode, as far as I know, I've done everything there is to do around the Abbey, with the one exception of that meteor that came down. I apparently don't have any idea how to start that. I found the meteor. The hunter was like, oh, this looks kind of alien, and then has proceeded to speak to no one about it. It really feels like the sort of thing that, for example, Captain Marvel might have something to say about, but no. Apparently, Venom, you know, he knows about some space stuff, having, you know, at least partially come from space at some point. Oh, no, wait, actually, didn't we get the backstory of Venom in this continuity, and it was the whole War World thing of it? I think it was? Yeah, if I'm remembering correctly, this is not like the more common modern version where the symbiote came from like Mars or whatever, but I think that earlier in the game it straight up dropped Venom came from like a suit that Spider-Man wore on War World. I might be misremembering this. Okay. So we'll look to see what new ability there is to upgrade, but I suspect it's the brand new Heroic, which I doubt that I can afford right now. Those purple ones get very expensive, and I didn't look here. We already own a copy of this. I can't swear that we have this, but it's very clearly a Ghost Rider thing. And then the Do It With Style. I know that we already own this, so I'm not going to worry about picking it up now.
Caretaker could have at least... Back again.
An upgrade for Immolate. So I can burn it and get a bunch of points. I can spend 100 skill points to upgrade an ability that I'm not currently using. Again, this is situational way that it relies on, like, oh man, I'm going to be able to, like, KO one or more guys with Ghost Rider this turn. And I just don't know that that's going to happen for me.
I can already taste the blood.
Yeah, that's a little too expensive for me, but it's going to be really good when it also gives him lifesteal.
Caretaker.
Okay, so I think that what we're going to do is save it up here. Yes. And then we're gonna call it here. So what I'll do before the next episode, just in the spirit of transparency, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do the threat room mission, so we'll just take care of that off stream. The next Midnight Sun stream will most likely be, my best guess is either Sunday or Monday, and that's going to depend a little bit on whether or not we have time to stream on Saturday. The next stream that we do will probably be an audition stream for a brand new game, something that we'll be trying out, and if it sticks, we'll be doing a full playthrough of that. That'll be the next episode, and then the one following that would most likely be our next episode of Midnight Suns. Keep an eye out for some possible early morning Anno on Saturday and Sunday. Those don't make it onto the schedule because I honestly don't know until like the day of, like, yeah, I think we've got some time. We can slot this in. And we're going to call it here. Let's bounce back out to the main menu, and then we're going to see if we can find somebody fun to raid with our fingers crossed for Chivalry. Because if we're fortunate, Chivalry and Grumpy will be playing some more Borderlands 3. So we're going to head over there, and that'll be it. Edwin, Zenesti, Agraxis, we've met before, but very glad to have you here. And hold on, Platform Platypus. Thank you guys all for joining, as well as Jab, More Than a Mia, Maxine, Innertooth, Samalander. I'm just gonna try to like scroll back here. I really hope that this is the time that it chooses to not scroll anymore. Okay, 1 second. There we go. Oh, Ronan. Yep. Let me just double check here. I think that I said Innertooth, but I just want to double check, so I'll say it here again. Yeah, Mia did the resub. Dusty, that's what I wanted to remember. Dusty did the big raid over. Yeah, you guys was this was a lot of fun, and I gotta say, kind of surprised that I'm into the Morbius DLC. If you had said that if you told me in advance that Marvel Midnight Suns was going to focus on a lot of the more magical, mystical side of the Marvel universe, and also they'd be insinuating vampires into it, I'm not sure that would have been like the side of things that I would have necessarily gravitated towards, but yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it, and I love what a different take on these characters and events it is compared to something that might have just felt like a shallow echo of the MCU. This is very clearly its own thing, and really enjoying it. Mia, thank you for doing the shout-outs, and we're going to go see if... Please go. We're going to go see if Chivalry is available. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.